So, Xbox making the right moves with marketing, huh? Interesting. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. And again, Starfield rumors coming to PS5 again? Oh god, let's get to it.
Wake up, it's a brand new day. Crazy Lou's here, got something to say. Good morning, gamers, rise and shine. It's time to play, let's have a good time. Morning, gaming community. With Crazy Lou, it's a world of unity. Upbeat and lively, we're feeling so free. In the world of games, we're just meant to be. Grab us, come and eat up, see. Crazy Lou is ready, it's a gaming scene. Roomies trading people, orders in. All recent gaming, go, race and pay top mean. Good morning, come and moving. It's a world of unity. Upbeat and lively, we're feeling so free. Wake up, it's a
Initiating launch sequence.
Let's begin. Good morning, everybody. Also, afternoon and evening, the crazy one. Wish you a beautiful and an awesome Tuesday. Good morning, my chat. How is everyone doing? Hope everyone's having a lovely Tuesday today, especially with all the good news that's hopping in when it comes down to Xbox. I mean, we're getting some pretty good news. And of course, we're back to Starfield coming to PlayStation. Yeah, of course, we have to get that going again because a trusted insider said it's coming out, in April. I don't remember the date either because again, oh god, here we go with the whole April thing in Starfield. I mean, seriously, Starfield, if you're gonna go to PlayStation, just go to PlayStation. Stop with all this rumor crap. We're getting tired of it. Just go, just go. So that way, since I got receipts, I can start working on that because I have a whole list of receipts, my chat. I do, I do, I do. Oh man, why so serious? Good morning to you, sir. How you doing? 4K says, push that damn button. Good morning, Louis. Hope you're good, mate. Yeah, I'm feeling better since yesterday. Yesterday, I don't know what the heck happened, but everything was kind of funky with me. I did take some meds, and I'm gonna still continue taking some meds because there's a thing going around. I don't want to catch that thing because I don't want to get sick. Joey the Phantom Cranky, what's up, my brother Joey? Says good morning in the office. Just in case y'all ask that, nobody, know what anyone cares. I do care, Joey. I was about to write to you and say, Joey, are you coming over here to hang out with us today? But damn it, you're in the office, my friend. Office work, office work. Oh man, let's go. Freddie Fox says, "Come on, Louis. WTF? Got off the shitter, poopy ass." Oh man, I haven't gone poopy. Bring up poop in this chat like that, man. It's listen, when you gotta go to the bathroom, it's a very important time for a man. The bathroom is an important time for a man because you sit there, you get to catch up on the news. It's the only quiet time a man has on his life. No joke. It's the perfect environment for a man, though. Sit there. If you got your handheld, you play games. If you got to, watch a movie in there, you can watch a movie. Cause ain't nobody gonna bother you. That's why it's the perfect moment for a man to sit there and just relax. Yeah. So no bathroom for me though. The intro needs to go to added to it. There's gonna be some changes in the intro pretty soon. We're gonna make it a bit more exciting. A bit more exciting intro. To get it moving. Yes, sir, we will. Power Boss is gonna run out to pay the rent. I'll be back. No, he's gotta pay the rent. Power Boss, buy the place. Move, buy it, buy it, buy it. Go for it, go for it. All right, Power, my dad about to do the same. Oh, your dad about to do the same. Wait a minute, Big Bean Money. Who do you live with? Sanchez Martinez Gaming, good morning. What's up? What's up? April 7th, laugh out loud. Oh, it's April 7th, as they say. Okay. Only 1 month to ponies to pretend to hate Starfield. Oh, shucks. Oh, shucks. Oh. Starfield is no longer rumored to go into PlayStation, but confirmed pre-orders on March 7th. Oh, it's no longer rumored? But is it true, though? Is the pre-order list out there or something? Because, that's the thing, though. When ponies play Our Odins, we played Forza Horizon 6 in May. Oh God, damn. Oh, still rumor. Like, oh, it's still rumor. Okay, because that's the thing, though. I don't understand why they say. Look, it's kind of funny how when we mention Xbox, right? When we mention like not Xbox, but when we mention what's it called, Spider-Man going to Xbox, right? They say we're port beggars, but damn, I mean they've been talking about Starfield for like since the release of Starfield. Oh, it's a rumor, it's coming over here, it's coming over here, it's coming over here, it's coming over here. I wonder who in the blue hell port begging over here. I think it's you all. Because at least we mentioned Spider-Man one or two or three times, but y'all mentioned Starfield more than 25 times. And then you call us port beggars. Really? Okay. All right. I can put up my PS5 right now and look to see if Starfield's on the store. Spoiler, it's not. Damn, Louis, is Xbox here to stay? Folks losing their minds right now. I mean, what should anyone lose their minds about how Xbox is here to stay or not? I mean, it's here to stay. I can turn on my console and play games. I don't know about you all, but I'm still playing games. I mean, I don't know why y'all are so scared about it, but hey, I'm playing games, and that's what matters. Though, if I can turn it on and I can log into my profile, and if I can play games, and if I can do all the stuff I do on my Xbox, then I ain't worried. Yeah, I'm not worried. I don't know why people should be worried about that. Yeah, I mean, they just spent what is it, $100 billion on getting all these things, like getting Bethesda, getting Minecraft, getting all this stuff. Why in the blue hell do you think they're gonna shut that stuff down? Being seriously. Or like someone said out there, because I saw a video, someone saying, "Oh yeah, Xbox about to sell their thing." Really? You think there's someone out there who's about to fork out probably $200 billion for the whole brand? I mean, there could be, but damn, 200 billion for the whole brand? Oh, that's interesting. I don't think they're gonna sell it for now, but all right. Y'all want to keep on spinning those weird videos out there? Go for it. Yes, Chad. I'm drinking some tea today. No coffee. Hmm. I love it. I love it. You'll be able to pre-order Starfield on PlayStation 5 on March 17th. Until then, you won't see it. Well, I mean, if it gets there, cool. If it doesn't, then it's another rumor that spun out. That's what I say, though, because they just are throwing stuff out there. I don't get it. They're just throwing stuff out there. But okay. All right. Your your facts are still rumors. Just check PS5, PS app. Nothing comes up for Starfield. Well, it comes over one day, most likely. Well, here's the thing though. When it comes, it comes. When it doesn't, it doesn't. It's kind of funny though that we see Xbox, with good news, and all of a sudden they go around and say, "Oh, Starfield's coming," because reliable source told us. Well, I got a reliable source, and his name is some dude, because that's what we call him, some dude, right? That's my reliable source, or my bro, or Bobby. Let's just call him Bobby the bird. Bobby the bird who comes over here and he goes tweet tweet tweet, and it gives me all this stuff he picked up over there on PlayStation or on Xbox. He flies over to Seattle. That's why he hasn't been here for the last couple of days, because he was in San Francisco. Visiting PlayStation. Getting all that juicy info and coming back to me and telling me. That's the thing though. Yeah. So that's it. Yeah. Hmm. Now it is, yeah. Rumors, rumors, rumors. Yep, let's go. But if it does come out, it does come out. If it doesn't, it's cool. If it does come out, it does come out. If it doesn't come out, it's cool. Whatever console Xbox comes out with, they gotta market it right this time, 100%. That's what they gotta do. That's what you gotta do. Nothing official has been announced. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, they can announce all they want, but when I see it, I'll believe it. And I'll say, "Oh, it's here. Okay, it's here." And then we'll do another show saying, "Well, Starfield is over here." And you know what we're going to do? We're going to say, "Buy it." That's what we're going to do. We're going to say, "Buy it. Go ahead." We'll tell you guys, go buy it so the money can come in, so Xbox can keep on doing what it does best and keeps making games for all of us to enjoy on that beautiful Game Pass. Yep. Sad is not confirmed 100%. See your name in the banner on the Xbox page on X. Oh, you guys saw that though. I mean, look, I got to tell you something. So Ben Kenobi contacted me and he said, "Louis, would you like your name, to be on this banner, welcoming match, to the CEO?" I said, "Okay, cool." I give him my Xbox name. And I did not know it was going to go that far though, and that was pretty nice, for Asha for putting that right there. That's pretty amazing from her. Grabbing Ben Kenobi's art, from a lot of the great content creators that are out there, because at the end of the day, as I say, sometimes we may not agree with their opinions or anything. It's cool, but but they do put a lot of hard work when it comes down to content creators, and it's nice for her, to put that banner on the wall though. I mean, that's pretty cool, especially on Twitter though. That's pretty nice of her. Pretty sweet. I mean, she's a pretty cool person, and that's something that I'm seeing, and I'm really liking about it. Mike Johnson in the building. Mike Johnson, what were you yesterday? We were talking about Sony's lawsuit. Hmm. But you acknowledge the March 17th leaks were right, Louis. I can't acknowledge that, like, because at the end of the day, when I see it, I'll believe it. Because here's the thing, though. I always tell this to the channel. They can tell you this. If you're new to the channel, I'll tell you this. I always tell everybody, wait till the company confirms. Always, take this as a grain of salt. When I see it, then I'll believe it, though. That's how it is. If I see that PlayStation, is putting it on the stores, and I see it there, and I'm like, oh, okay, then the rumors were true. Finally, I'll finally say, finally, they were true, though. That's what I'll say. But at the end of the day, it's like what I always say: wait till the company's confirmed. Because if not, it's just a rumor, out there. If it does confirm it, cool. I mean, I'm not gonna cry about it. I'm just gonna laugh about it because finally it's there. Oh Lord, Louis Fable is sweeting, or sweating. Hmm. PS5 logos and never gonna learn. Just don't jinx it. Just stop with it. Yeah, don't jinx it. Exactly. Breaking news: Crazy Louis on the Game Pass games are sharp. Check it out, everybody. Yes, we're gonna check that out later on today. But first, let's start off with the rumor talk because everybody's spiced up with the rumors. As I see, everybody's bringing the rumor into conversation. But you know what? Let's read about it. All right, let's read about it. Okay. Mm. You gotta love this low quat tea. Low quat tea makes you know it fights anything, and not only that, takes your hunger away, so you can get Slim Jim. Ooh yeah, that sounded bad. That would have been a horrible commercial for Slim Jim. I'm sorry, chat. I'm just trying to. I try to make it funny though. Really bad funny right there. Sorry about that. Really bad joke. Let me get Twitch opening real quick, just in case someone goes in and says hi, because we got some Twitch followers that come in and say hi real quick. So let me get that going before I jump into the news that we got to read about the rumor. It comes down to, when it comes down to what's it called? Okay, I lost my train of thought. Hey Zuri, good morning. How you doing, Zuri? See, I knew there was some people over there on Twitch. How you doing, Zuri? Good morning to you. Haha. So let's tackle this, my friends. We have today Starfield on PS5 release date confirmed by reliable insider. Hmm. The release date of a much rumored PlayStation 5 version of Starfield has been given its strongest backing yet from a reliable insider. Last month, site PPE.pl cited insider Grax Dottie, who it says handles physical game sales in Europe. Do you guys know who that is? I'm being serious though. I'm being serious. Do you guys know who that is though? I mean, I don't know who that is, but if you guys know who that is, please tell me who that is. But okay, he's reliable and he's an insider. Mm. Okay, where's my YouTube at? Okay, oh, here it is. Okay, sorry about that. But yeah, all right, let's keep going. So it says empirically correctly leaked information on the release date of Oblivion Remastered physical copies of Switch 2 port for Sonic Racing and Cross Worlds and the PS5 port of Flight Simulator. Oh, okay, now I know who he is. Okay. The report claimed that the PS5 version of Starfield is expected to get a physical release on April 7th, but some players have noted that while Graxdaddy has been right with some things in the past, they've been equally wrong with other things, such as they had claimed as the DualSense with the removable battery was coming. Uh-oh. So, see what I mean, chat? I mean, it's okay. There's no problem with that, It's okay. Morning, hope you're great. Oh, good morning. I'm great. Hope you are well. Yes, Zuri, I'm glad you are great. I'm good. I'm feeling good too. Yesterday I was feeling kind of like weird, and today I woke up a little bit better. But I'm still gonna take the meds because I don't want to catch whatever's going on out there because there's a lot of things going on out there, and I don't want it in my body. No, 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 no. So let's keep reading. Now, however, D Labs writer Bill Kun. Why can't y'all just make up good names? Like Bobby the Brain or whatever, or let's say Pickle the Freckle, or I don't know. But what y'all gotta go come up with Bill Kuns? But okay, all right. I see how it is. Okay, so says here, who has a far longer, more accurate track record of consistently leaking software release date, has also stated that Starfield will get a physical release on PS5 on April 7th, lending more credibility to the claim. The insider has not yet specified whether the date appeals to the digital version of the game too, or whether the physical version will come later, though it appears to be former. According to Bill Kunz, oh god, let's just call you Billy. Yeah, that sounds better. Billy. According to Billy report, Starfield will release in a standard edition costing 50, what is it, 50 pounds or 50 euros? I think it's 50 euros, 40, 45 pounds, and a premium edition costing 70 and let me see, 70 and 60 pounds, 70 euros and get confused by the thing though. The price, the insider noted, is significantly lower than the price of the game on Xbox, where the standard edition cost. Oh, it's 80. Okay, 80 and 70, and the premium edition costs 110 and 100. It's not yet known then whether the PS5 release will also mark a new lower price point for the game on Xbox console, bringing it in line with the price on Sony's consoles. Billy believes no, I don't want notifications for you guys. Billy believes that pre-orders for the PS5 version of Starfield should open on March 18th, and that's not yet known if this will also be when the game is officially announced for PS5. It's been reported that sometimes Bethesda is planning a PS5 version of the sci-fi RPG, with a report last year suggesting that it was a spring 2026 release was being targeted. Last year, industry Nate the Hate, who has a track record of breaking stories about releasing games, also claimed the Switch 2 will be getting a port of Starfield. So yeah, chat, look, again, cool stuff, right? I mean, if it does go, if it does go, if it doesn't go, then cool. We just gotta keep on going. I mean, we have seen this rumor surface again and again and again. When it finally gets there, it will get there. And like I always say, my chat, I always say this with all the love in the world. Wait till the company confirms it. These guys are hyping things, and if it comes, it comes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I mean, if it comes, you're going to say, oh, cool, it's there. Go buy it. That's all we're going to say because finally it's been confirmed. But this rumor has been swirling around so much. And really, I just hope it does happen so they can stop bringing it up because, damn, it's like they're really begging for this game to go over there. Incredible. Don't you guys have anything else to play? I mean, shit, if y'all want to play it, it's simple. Go to PC or buy yourself an Xbox or whatever. I don't know. Get a laptop. Get an Xbox One X. Whatever. Start this sucker up and play the game. Oh, good God. Mm. Ah. Oh, Billy Gunn, that dude. I don't know who that is. I mean, here's the thing though. When it comes down to insiders, I really don't like the news is always exciting to see, of course, because it comes down to video games. It's always exciting to see that a video game, announcement or something. That's cool stuff. But at the end of the day, though, it's like they've been throwing it out there too damn much. And seriously, I just hope it gets there. If it does, cool. If it doesn't, like I said, I got receipts. And I can't wait to go out there and talk about those receipts I have, and I have them lined up. Because I want to see you all talk about Starfield after it gets on the PS5. Like you all did with the Valve, though. We didn't do a show on that because you know what happened? I had those receipts down there somewhere safe. Won't tell you where it is at, but they're safe, though. But I remember with the Valdo, you all said it sucked, and then you guys are saying, "Well, this game is actually pretty good." Oh, because now it's on PlayStation. Yeah, it sucks. Seriously, Media Man. Seriously, it's a thing that pisses people off. So let's see what chat's saying though. Mm. So Geoff Sloat says you can still play Dreamcast. I know I can. I got my Sega Dreamcast right there. All I gotta do is buy some games. That's it. I gotta do is buy some games and plug in that sucker and I'm playing Dreamcast. Hey, let's go. Yes. I thought Starfield goes to PS5, just saying. I mean, right now I'm in the never ever say never position. Never. I'm like that though. Things might change around, things might come back, but would it make sense if Starfield showed up on a random state of play? They're gonna do random state of play when? Are they saying that now? Oh Lord. See, a reliable source not confirmed. Not shadow drop like that. Nobody says Xbox guys are port begging for Spider-Man, but the devs did say it won't come to Xbox. But if it did, I think that will sell okay. Being it wouldn't be in Game Pass. But yeah, those same devs were the one who said that Spider-Man will never ever go to PC, and yet it went to PC. And the tweet's out there. I mean, if you can look for it, it's out there. Not only that, they wrote articles on it on how they say that they went out there on Twitter and said this is never going to PC, and yet it did go. So do not. I don't even take Insomniac that serious. I think they're out there trolling. That might be the time. That might be the time that they're announcing that hey, it actually is going over there. We're gonna surprise you when, but we will surprise you or something like they did with PC version. I've learned from the community don't go with leaks as facts, as one day you'll be proved wrong. Best to wait official news. Exactly. I learned that too the hard way. Yes. It's surely a crash out 100%. I mean, like I said, if it comes out, cool. If it doesn't, cool. Like I say, and I always say on this channel, just wait for the companies to confirm. Until they don't confirm, it's still a rumor to me. I wouldn't touch a duality removable battery. Why not? I mean, if you got to switch it, you switch it. Yep. Louis is suffering from a touch of the morning sickness. I don't know what happened yesterday. Yesterday I felt weird. I mean, here live, I started to feel weird. I was coughing and everything. So I took some meds and I keep on taking my meds because, I'm still not 100%. I'm still kind of drowsy. And yeah, and I couldn't even go visit the sister at the hospital because I'm still drowsy though. And, she just got out of surgery and, feeling bad to go visit her is not a good thing. But I did call her though. She says she's fine though. She says she's fine. So, I am pissed that Fable's day and date on PlayStation. In my opinion, that it's an atrocity. I mean, look, the way the things are right now out there, when it comes to single player games and everything, trust me, it was the right move. Is Louis talking like BB money now? No. Far K light account creation date for me. Oh, Billy Cun, that dude. Yes, 4 years old. What's 4 years old though? I don't know about this one, but I'll let it slide until the rumors are true. Exactly. Insider passes the bond and lets RIP Insider pure truth on command. Same, bro. Billy more often right than wrong, but it's not 100%. Yeah, I mean, look, insiders go out there and throw stuff. I mean, I gotta tell you something. There's a guy out there that he goes and he mentions something from 2017 and he calls himself the Nostradamus of gaming. No joke. And then after things get announced, he goes out there and says, "See, I told you all, I said this. I told you I said this." And then he goes back to a video back in 2015 and we're like, okay. So, I mean, wow. From 2015? Seriously? Okay. I mean, that's what you think. Okay. Hey, Cage, how you doing? Good morning. What's up? Billy. They just call him Billy, guys. I mean, that Billy Cun thing sounds really weird. Just call him Billy. Billy is only 100% accurate when it comes to Pokemon. Rumors are great for being excited for using it. As a fact, they still be just wait for something official. Exactly. It's almost 100% confirmed. And so the physical this might buy. If not, I'll pass. Okay. Louis pregnant confirmed. I mean, I may be chubby, but damn, you all calling me pregnant because I'm chubby? That's mean, though. That's mean. Louis sickness means damn. Dream Meth guy loves the money from his old PS5 to his girlfriend. Says money will help destroy Xbox. You guys, damn. Yeah, he does this video and he goes out there and he says that the Xbox is dead for like the third 3,000th time. He does that. But yeah, just things, things that come up. So let's jump into this news that just came out. Let's go look at the second wave of Game Pass that just came out. So it seems like, there's a rumor happening. I was going to talk about it today, but, the thing is, the last time I did that, I talked about a rumor that a game was coming. The game came out. We couldn't even enjoy the rumor, though. We couldn't even sit here and enjoy it, though. So Melissa McPass, I don't know why she calls herself Melissa McPass though. That's a pretty good name though. Melissa McPass though. mm. So there's something going on with V. So it says here, right? Melissa McPass says, "Wake up, social team. We've got Melissa McGame Pass. Sorry about that. We wake up, social team. We've got a new game to add. I know we've added a ton of great games already, but you know what? There's no such things as too many games on Game Pass. So many breathtaking worlds to explore. The latest upcoming edition is going to be a V good one too. V. Could it be Cyberpunk coming to Game Pass? We don't know that yet. But again, we have to wait till the company confirms. Haha! Stay tuned because we got even more games coming soon. And please keep this confidential. I found my last email going around our Xbox. Anyways, cheers, Melissa Mac Game Pass. Chief Executive Director, Chair of Senior Operations of Grand Liaison of Video Game Communications. Why you call yourself Melissa Mac Game Pass, though? That's some funny stuff, though. So, yep. Was it Indica you predicted? Why in the blue hell would I want to predict Indica? Ain't no way I'm gonna predict Indica. Now he says PC is dead. Who's saying PC is dead? Who's saying that though? Who? But you cannot kill PC gaming. You cannot do that because with PCs is what we handle things around the world. So I don't know if that's gonna die though, as people are saying. They're just saying that partly gaming PCs people are not gonna buy it. But you know what? If something messes up, they're gonna find a way to get it though. That's how it is though. So let's go see BB Money. Here. Oh, see, this is why, chat. This is why I didn't want to jump in the rumor like I did the other day because guess what? Ah, shit. Ah, no. I just saw something that said, shit. Mm-mm. I thought it was a damn Dora game. I was about to be pissed off for that. So I ain't playing that game. Hell no. But all right, here we go. All right, chat. This is what we got for Game Pass this month. And of course, I read you the rumor that was happening. And here it is. Yes, chat. Cyberpunk is coming to Game Pass. Woohoo! And that's why, chat. That's why, chat. I didn't want to jump in with the rumor thing because the last time I jumped in with the rumor thing, it was about Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, and it came in. And now we finally have Cyberpunk in Game Pass. What is the Sony lawsuit? I never heard about it. Explain to me. Well, I'm sorry, Mike Johnson, that your PlayStation channels are not up to date when it comes down to their own companies. They are too focused on Dan Xbox. And I keep telling you guys got to start focusing on your own backyards. You guys don't believe me? Focus on your backyard. For example, you guys cheer for console sales, but what am I going to do if the console sells a lot and the studios are closing down? Ain't looking pretty over there, it seems, though. Cyber who? Cyberpunk, my friend. Ubay is Sony being sued for anti-competitive practice. They're being sued like 2 or 3 different regions. I say 4 in total, though. It's been 4. Hmm. Ah, you gotta love this tea. This tea's good though. It's something like a $3 billion lawsuit. Yes, sir. There's a couple lawsuits going out there for Sony. I mean, they ain't looking good though. They gotta fight that away. It's a big one though. Let's see how it goes down. But it starts in March 10th though. So, like I said, you guys need to focus on your own backyard, my friends. Start focusing on your own backyards and leave Xbox, alone. Let them do what they gotta do. Let them cook. Louis, I have been watching those channels lately. What, PlayStation channels or Xbox channels? Hmm. Like I said, chat, this is what we have in Game Pass this month. We have F125. Let's go. I'm going to be. Who am I going to use though? Hmm. I like F1 though, but who am I going to use though? I should have used Verstappen. I mean, Verstappen's got the fastest car though. Yeah. Yeah. I probably use Verstappen. Planet of Lana 2. Children of the Leaf. There you go. It's coming to Ultimate Construction Simulator. Not any more simulator games. I mean, Game Pass, I love you, but stop it. The simulator games are so damn addicting. I want to go in there and become Louis the Builder so I can see my son, Louis the Builder. Can he do it? Louis the Builder. Yes, he can. Hell yeah, I'll become Louis the Builder right there. Can you imagine me being a kid's cartoon? Oh, Lord, poor kids. I'd be like, who the hell is this dude? Oh, go run away. He's scary. Cyberpunk, of course, is finally there. Hollow Knight Silk Song and Garby's Dollhouse Ready to Party. Who in the blue hell is Garby? Now I want to take a look at that. Oh, Lord. Hmm. Hmm. Why so serious? Is I will play that dollhouse game. Why so serious? It's not that type of dollhouse game, though. It's not type of that dollhouse game. I don't know what dollhouse game you want to play, but it's not that type of dollhouse game though. It's kids play Garby. I think you use Garby and you get to do stuff. Yeah. You know. You know. So I'm hoping for the best for Asha. Phil is the GOAT, but he was a terrible salesman. Oh Lord, Louis, I'm happy I replaced my router. My speed went from 120 MB to 600 MB. Now I can cloud game. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Here's new Gotti's cabbies. What? Cabbies is Garbies, not cabbies. Oh Lord, that sounded wrong. Cabbies. Ew. That just reminded me of something. No, take that out. Ew. A bunny who doesn't know about the most recent PlayStation news, crazy. Laugh out loud. The thing is, no, I don't blame him though. I don't blame him because the thing is, they don't. His own backyard doesn't talk about that because that lawsuit is no big deal. Oh, well, I mean, it's no big deal because the media is not making a big deal. It's not. But if you got a country suing you for 2 billion, not million, billion, listen to my words again. I'll repeat it. Not 2 million, but a billion. With 2 billion, they can rebuy again Bungie with that kind of cash. So it's a big lawsuit, my friend. It's a big lawsuit. Construction Sim looks good for a cloud game. Not gonna lie, I had to do the sickle snaps side quest in prior to Yakuza yesterday. FY, what is it? FIFVYA. No, yeah, no. 77 days until Forza Horizon 6. Oh, Lord, here comes Big B Money saying all he's got to say. He's going to say, hey, Lou, hey, hey. GTA 6 in 6 months. GTA 6 in 8 months. You'll see. Bro, 2 minutes ago, didn't know that the lawsuit is. Now he thinks he knows enough about to know if it's not a big deal or not. Laugh can't even make this up. Nope. It's big, Mike. You got a country sooner for two. You got the Dutch also sooner for the same thing. There's a United States lawsuit on procedure that they said they were going to pay the people, who won because they gave in the lawsuit. They said, well, we're just going to give you the PlayStation gift cards, and the court says, nope, you guys are going to give them cash. They backed down to it, and it's still proceeding though. That's not the only lawsuit PS is currently for either. Yep, exactly. There's like 3 or 4 for the same thing though. It's crazy. Xbox has the best cloud service in the market in the business. I tried cloud on my brother's PS5, and the input lag was diabolical. Wait, you tried X Cloud or you tried the cloud? Even though they are being sued for 2 billion, it doesn't mean that they'll pay that or even lose the lawsuit. Most likely, they'll settle. They did that with the United States, though, and the United States said, "Nope, you're not going to settle this way. We're going to continue on with the lawsuit." But yeah, it's continuing on. They try to settle that one. We're giving them PlayStation gift cards, but they said, "Nope, give us cash." Yeah, going back to it, they pretty much went back on that decision. It sounds like Sony might be in a pickle. Louis, you never speak about Crimson Desert. You're not getting it. Comes in on 16 days. Well, we'll speak on Crimson Desert whenever the time comes by. We'll speak on it. We'll speak on what day is it when. Let's see when we get the reviews in and all that stuff. We'll jump into it. Yeah, like PS5 Premium Cloud, but supposedly the PS5 Cloud is actually good. That's probably is the internet thing. It probably is. I don't know. The Xbox Fire Stick Cloud is not that good. No, I mean, it takes time to get it over. I mean, shit. If Sony loses the lawsuit, they'll need to open their store and continue selling digital cards again, creating actual competition. Oh, damn. Damn. So, chat, this is what we have for Game Pass. Let's move on to the big news, which is what Xbox is doing right now, which is happy news because me and Joy talked about it. We spilled our guts about it, and this is actually happy news for us. Of course, at least it's good news because at the end of the day, this is something that needed to happen. It needed to be done. Lordy, 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 I'm so happy to read this news, but I'm happy she is moving fast and doing what's right, my friends. Yep, that's we got to be excited for this because at the end of the day, people say, my chat, people say that. Wait, didn't I? Oh, oops, I think I put it on the wrong wall. Hold on 1 second, chat. My bad, my bad, my bad. 1 second. It's kind of tricky for Lou. Got it. Here we go. So, this is people say that we want the exclusives back. It's going to impulse the console sales. It's going to do this. It's going to do that. But I got to tell you something, chat. And this is to all honesty in the world. You can have all the exclusives in the world. You can have all the great games in the world. You can have everything in there. But if you don't market it, if you don't push it, if you don't start pushing like you're supposed to push and demonstrate you're pushing this, we ain't got jack shit. People are not going to pick up. You got to show the world that Xbox does live and does exist and is still here today and is still kicking ass and is making a ton of great games. Even though media doesn't agree, the ponies don't agree. But hey, why should we listen to them? Because at the end of the day, though, when they get the Xbox, it's like, oh, you got your games. But I thought you said it sucked, though. Bro boy Lewis, what's up? He says, good morning, Evil Louis. How you doing, bro boy? What's up, man? What's cooking? I have it too. Push it real good. Isn't that a sound though? So fit. Oh, that's whip it good though. Sorry. Whip it good. Man, why the hell? Now I got that song in my head though. Shit, now that thing's gonna play all day in my head. No. Man, why y'all picking on me today like this? Pushing, man. The only thing I push, what is it I push was when I go to the bathroom. That's the thing I push. Pause. It's on the round two, but damn. So let's go. Let's read this news, my friends. Let's read this news. We got some good news here. Push it, push it, push it. Real good. Is it salt and peppers? Oh, really? There's a salt and pepper song called Push It? Wasn't Salt and Pepper the one that sang the Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls, Listen to the Rivers and the Lakes? Isn't that the same man? Am I confused though? Sorry about that. So, man, I think I listened. I need to listen to Salt and Pepper. Need some hash browns, Louis? Damn you guys. Where you guys gotta bring up food? Man, especially hash browns. Damn it. Stop with the hash brown crap. Bullying right here. Louis, did you see Halo in the girly strawberry outfits? Fans are outraged. Why are they outraged for? I mean, what's wrong with that? Oh, that's TLC? Okay, okay. Hmm. You're getting bands mixed up. I am. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hey, listen, chat. I'm sorry. I forget things. Oh, Louis, the Learning Channel. Come on, Louis. Sorry, Rank. Sorry, sorry. Hey, guys, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. 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 I get confused though. Sorry. 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 Yeah. Oh Lord. Here we go. Chat. Some good news right here. Xbox new CEO moves fast as major marketing hires signal a strategy shift toward life cycle Wait, what? Let me read that again. Xbox new CEO moves fast as major marketing hires could signal a strategy shift toward life cycle strategy, franchise focus, and more structured campaign execution. Good stuff. Rob Boy says Ned posted yesterday bitching about the Banner Narcissus X channel. I asked him if he was going to cover that article yesterday with the antitrust lawsuit against PS. He said it's not newsworthy. Oh. Before I continue reading the article, shout out to the 56 people here hanging out in the show. Please hit the like button, please hit the subscribe button, and also hit that bell. Go for it. Let's go. So, all right. I saw Nib out there bitching about something, but when doesn't he not bitch though? He bitches about everything. Damn, I don't know what's wrong with Nib though. He's always complaining, bitching. I mean, listen, if the CEO thought it was an appropriate manner to put on her Twitter thing, what's your problem, man? Why you got? I don't understand why people got to fight everyone out there. Like, oh, I'm gonna fight you because Yeah, I think he's mad. His name is not on there. Of course, it's not gonna be on there because all you do is trash shit and make this long ass post that we don't care about anymore. Fucking Star Wars post. But all right, let's keep on going though. Somehow, Xbox and marketing never quite felt compatible. And when I said this before, I've seen Xbox fans come after me and try to tackle me down because I don't find that the marketing is good though. And sometimes when I say it's good, and I'm happy that they're pumping it up, but all of a sudden it starts to fade away again and just suddenly disappears. But okay. Was Sony rolls out global campaigns for PlayStation. Erecting, pause. Why do you gotta use erecting though? Not like erecting large physical installations. What do you mean by erecting? Pause. Across major cities to promote its IP. Oh, okay, I see now. Okay. Xbox often leads on a smaller scale. Oh, so now you're calling Xbox the man? What's wrong with you? Xbox often leads on the smaller scale partnerships, whether that is energy drinks or just Master Chief on the side of a bus. Wow. Now we're gonna show Xbox marketing though, but you forgot the basketball courts. You forgot, the big ass screen thing that they floated around to get a Book of World Record. Like, I don't know what that did, but I think yeah. But okay. What else did they do though? They did the football thing, which was pretty cool. I mean, they've done some pretty cool stuff. And not only that, if I look at the Formula One race where they had the racers dress up in the Indiana Jones gear, that was also pretty good. And I also, yeah, and also had the cars, dressed up in it, they got the cars, with Indiana Jones stuff on it. That was fantastic. I mean, that was a pretty good kick ass job now. And now there were Mercedes. Let's see what they're gonna do with that though. So, all right. If you couldn't tell, I have long been disappointed on how Microsoft promotes its games. The effort has often felt minimal. We agree with that. And that extends to Xbox consoles as well, where marketing has been underwhelming while Sony continues to dominate many regions. See? See? That's how we feel like. We need more spice to it. That new things may be shifting. A new CEO brings a fresh perspective, and even within her first week, we already see movement on the marketing front. New roles are being hired, and the alone suggests a change in priority. Yes. Uh oh. What happened though? What do we? I read. Uh oh, Louis. What's going on? Let's go. Marketing isn't as good for a while. They stepped that in the right direction, 100%. Talking about our E9 having hands come out of the window. What? Oh, I see, I see. Okay, I see, I see. Ponies holding their anime body pillows over fake frames. Uh oh, Louis, they are bringing Gabby's Dollhouse to Game Pass. I see a Saturday stream for you. If when that happens, you really guys want me to play the Dollhouse thing? Oh Lord, oh Lord. Hmm. Ah. So exactly what are those roles? And what do they do? Tell us about Xbox Direction. A marketing reset for Xbox, or I'm being too hopeful? Okay, that was kind of odd though. I mean, if they're looking for a new marketing team, that means they really want to go out there and do marketing. I mean, they're looking at it. And this is the first week of the CEO. She's already deciding that. She's hearing us, saying that, we need some marketing go out there. So she's actually making the right moves, to be honest. To begin with, that's one of the best moves she's done. I mean, that's the only move she's done. But at the end of the day, though, that's actually one of the best moves she's going to do right now is hire a marketing team. The two new roles include publishing and lifecycling market leader, Xbox Game Studios, and senior product market manager. Xbox first party games, while both sit with the marketing, they serve different functions. Starting with the publisher and a lifecycle marketing leader, this role is responsible for developing and executing how Xbox communicates with fans across devices and ecosystem. That means looking at the entire journey from attracting new players to keeping the existing ones engaged. The job description makes it clear that it's not just about launch campaigns, its focus is on life cycle marketing, covering acquisition, retention, and ongoing engagement across devices. Next up, aha! Next up is the senior product market manager role, which is more specific in scope. It focuses on leading go to market efforts for a beloved RPG franchise, helping shape the next chapter of a globally recognized series and connecting it with millions of players. Unlike the broader lifecycle position, this role is centered on a single franchise. It involves working closely with studio teams throughout development, influencing milestone reviews with marketing insights, and leading integrated global campaigns across console and PC. Huh. Why isn't PlayStation mentioned here? Hmm. The listing highlights audience segmentation, positioning, brand strategy, and performance marketing across the product lifecycle. In simple terms, this is about defining how the game is present to players, who is targeting, and how the message carries from reveal through launch and beyond. Good. While it's tempting to guess which franchise this could be tied to, the job description itself only confirms that it's an established and well known RPG. What it clearly signals, however, is that Xbox is investing in dedicated franchise level marketing leadership with one of its major priorities. Let's just hope whatever marketing shifts we do get better than the now practically defunct. This is an Xbox commercial that annoyed people internally at Xbox. Oh god. And maybe and many others believe Xbox consoles weren't important anymore. So where do you land in this marketing reset Xbox needed? Does Xbox have a marketing problem? Or am I being too harsh? Are these bigger hires a shift perception, or does it need much bigger to compete? Let me see. Yes, it feels like a genuine strategy shift. Let's vote. So it says here possibly, but I need the results first. Okay, nice. Nope, this is just normal for corporations. Xbox issues goes beyond marketing. Well, okay. I see people what are more possible, but I need to see the results first. So yeah, basically what that's telling you is yeah, it does have a marketing thing right here. And it needs to get better. Oh wow. Man, shout out to the 72 people here on the show. Please hit the like button, please hit the subscribe button, and also hit that bell. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. So, like I was saying, my friends, mm, what are you guys finding about over here? PlayStation 5 Pro? The Pisser 2 tech? Mm, 2 years to actually get the Pisser 2 tech to actually be good? Damn. Shit. I mean, I don't, that's $700 probably wasted during this time, but okay, at least now it's getting better for them. At least, we got to cheer for them for, having at least a little bit more power. But Digital Foundry saying this is better than a PC. Bullshit. All right, so let's keep going. Um, so he says, I said Pisser version 2.0 will bring two streams on the flow onto their fans to increase their satisfaction. Ah, nice. To be fair, she's not hiring marketing team, she's hiring a senior leadership. Good. PC can also run games natively, 100%. I played half of Cyberpunk on Xbox One. It wasn't so bad and lost my mind. I lost my mind and bought a Series X, so thanks, Cyberpunk. Nice. Pistons are custom made for PlayStation 5 Pro. There's nothing fake about it. Mm. Mike, do you see the difference between an upscaler and a frame interpolator? Hmm. Why are you guys fighting Mike Johnson? I don't get it, though. Oh, Lloyd, Mike Johnson is saying Pisser doesn't use fake frames. It's an AI upscaler. I mean, if he sees the frame, look, they're. I don't understand something. They're making this thing too important, but at the end of the day, though, if the game runs great and you're playing the game and you're having fun, that's what it matters. I don't care about all that frames and all that stuff and power, because if it comes down to power, though, at the end of the day, we have powerful consoles, but we're not getting the power into it. So we were all stuck up with the power debate back in 2021 or 2020, and we're still not getting the power we deserve. So that's my thing about the power situation. But yeah, chat, bring it in, to the whole marketing thing. Good move, Asha. You're kicking ass. Keep it going. I'm happy that you decided to start over here because seriously, with all the love in the world, like I know people want to say exclusives. Um, I know people want to talk about exclusives and all that stuff that exclusives do sell, consoles does all this stuff. At the end of the day, we can have all the exclusives in the world, but if we don't have the marketing to push and show this box is out there kicking ass, taking names, doing what it does, we don't have shit. So get in with that marketing, get in with that spice, bring that spice in, show everyone that Xbox is still here and is still kicking ass. That's what it needs. Because listen, back in the day, we didn't have the games, right? When it came down to first party, it was all about the games. We didn't have the games. No games on Xbox. First party content dead and all this stuff. Now we have it, but where's the push? We need that push. Game on Jesse says, Louis, I'm worried MS won't stop promoting PS5 and Switch. Game on Jesse, remember one thing, my friend. One thing you got to remember. Loud and clear. The message came out loud and clear, my friend. Asha came out and said this at the very beginning of the interview. The plan is the plan until it's not the plan. So what that means is they got to continue with the plan that's going on right now until they get the chance to switch things around. Changes cannot be made from very early stages. You cannot go in guns blazing and saying, "Okay, I'm going to change all this stuff. F the whole strategy. We're coming up with this." You cannot do that because if you do that, there's going to be a lot of money being lost, though. Because remember, there's already a lot of money invested in this campaign, and you cannot do a lot of pullouts or pull on things like crazy like that. Like for example, the PlayStation, saying that they're going to stick to PC again or get away from PC with the single players is because of course, we have a Steam machine coming out and we have an Xbox, magnets coming out, and they're seeing the fans going out there saying, "Oh yeah, hey, we're gonna be able to play your games. You don't need a PlayStation." So now they went into fear mode instead of using a good strategy like they were doing it. But hey, I don't know what's gonna happen to Nixus, but it will suck to see them go away. And that could probably be the next studio that goes away. Same thing with fair games and all this stuff. I mean, there's gonna be some studios gonna be axed though. Mm. But why are you guys fighting though? Stop fighting, guys. I mean, I don't understand what you guys are fighting about. But yeah, at the end of the day, though, she's making the right moves, and I'm happy about that. She's starting with the right moves right now with marketing. Get it out there. Get it out there. You got to do it. You got to go out there, do the bundles, do all this stuff. Louis, she brings back exclusives and give you 360 experience. She would do better than Phil Spencer. SNK, the only way she'll do better is if she has the marketing behind her. She has to have marketing. If not, you can have everything in the world. Because I gotta tell you something though, it's not about just having a box with games. It's not just about that because we're getting that. We already got our box, we got our game pass, we got our games over here, we're having fun. But at the end of the day, if it's not being promoted, if it's not being pushed, if it's not being, campaigned as it's supposed to, we don't got nothing. They gotta really push that thing out there. Let me turn on the AC for hotter because shit. I'm sweating like a pig. Let me close the door too. I have the door wide open. Chat, let me get the camera to follow me real quick while I close the door. So yeah, like I was saying, chat, that's what Xbox needs. Marketing. Nothing else. That's the thing we need in our life right now is for Xbox to have that marketing blowing up, doing what it's got to do. I'm being serious though, because we already got the games, we already got a great service, we already got everything that's good over here on this side. So what do we need for everyone to know how this works? It's marketing. People want the whole exclusive argument to come back because it draws, it makes the console sales and all this stuff, but you can have all that shit in there, but if you don't have the marketing behind it, how will people know that Xbox went this way or went this route? The only way we know is the guys who actually do follow the console itself or the console war and all this stuff. That's how we know, and we're the only ones who do know. So, what does Xbox have to do though? Because you guys are throwing exclusives out there, but I say the one thing they need to do is fix that marketing, get it going. Bring it. Throw in the spice. I don't care if you throw your games down to PC. I don't care if you throw your games over here. I don't care whatever you do with that. What I do care is you guys need to pump that marketing out, bring in that spice. Come back to what was the Xbox 360 when it came down to its marketing, because everybody knew what a 360 was. Everybody was waiting on the Xbox One, but after the Xbox One, everybody thought it was dead. And so this one came out. Sales did it pretty good at the beginning, but then all of a sudden it kind of went away because the whole this is an Xbox campaign. Instead of starting, this is an Xbox campaign. This is where it all began, and now we're here. But at the end of the day, you always got to focus on the console as the priority, so that way people can see and be like, oh, here we go. Let's go. But here's the thing, though, and this is where you guys are wrong with that, though. Well, if Mr. says good games don't matter and they cannot compete with that, does not. You guys got the thing so wrong about good games and all this stuff. Listen, right now, this very moment, what these companies need to go out there and compete is against Fortnite, is against even the Call of Duty is a competition to them. Oh God. Hmm. It's a lose for Xbox on that front. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we need to do that though. If Xbox does go back to exclusives with someone new as not as nice as Phil, Xbox could money hat the industry. That can happen too. That can happen too. But look, I'm just glad marketing is starting to. They're focusing on marketing. That's the number one thing it's missing right now. Out of all things Xbox is missing, the number one thing is missing is the marketing. Then the exclusives and all that stuff can come along the way. Yeah, all this stuff, they could come along the way if it does come back to it. Cool, but at the end of the day, though, they need the marketing. They need it. Like remember what Joy? If you guys were here when Joy was talking about how you watch the FIFA or if you watch soccer, right? And there's like a big high end competition, like the commercial that starts off with you see PlayStation on FIFA, or you see PlayStation on, let's say, F1, or you see PlayStation on this, on that, just to give you all an example, though. Sony doesn't have money like that. 90 million consoles couldn't keep Blue Point open. You know what they have money for, Safo, though? For the marketing, though. They really do spend money on marketing. That's something they really do spend. and that's why they are where they are at, and that's what Xbox is missing. Xbox is making that marketing. They're missing on it. They're missing it. I know people might say, you always Louis. There was someone in chat was telling me that now you want Xbox to copy the PlayStation thing. I mean, it's not called copying. It's called if it's working for them, you guys got to do it. You know, PlayStation barely skipping by. Well, they're still out there selling. I mean, the other day in the news, these guys found out that PlayStation 5 Pro was sold out. I don't know if that was real or not. I don't care about that because again, they're back to the console sales. Cage the Cunning says exclusives don't make sense. Doesn't make sense since we all play with them on Game Pass. Play them on Game Pass. To be honest, exclusives don't make sense in general though. These days, for me, it doesn't make sense in general. It just doesn't. Because I'll tell you why. Because if you got these kids playing on tablets, on mobile, on everything, and they're playing Fortnite, Call of Duty, GTA, and all this stuff, Roblox, and there all that stuff, sports games too, then why should we keep on with the exclusive route? Because people are just not picking up any more exclusives as they used to, though. They're not. Or wait, did someone jump in? I heard a sound in this thing. Oh, Power Boss is in here. Okay, Power Boss, how did you jump in here? What the hell? I'll get you on screen, buddy. Hold on, Power Boss. Give me 1 second, my friend. Hold on. Wow. All right. Let me get you on here. Okay, here we go. Hey, Power Boss, what's up, man? Good morning. Welcome
Good
in.
morning, good morning, good morning.
What's cooking? What do you have to say, my friend? Let's see.
I'm just having a good old time.
You having a good old time? That's good, though. So, what's cooking?
I just went back and played some Modest Subnautica.
More Subnautica. The game is so good, my friend. That game is so good. I could recommend it. I
I'm
could recommend
looking
it a
forward to
lot.
Subnautica 2, which is going to be multiplayer.
When is that gonna come out, though?
Delayed till later this year.
Ah, shit. No date yet?
Uh,
Nope.
Crafton's been having problems.
Um.
Founders got basically booted out. Crafton's not wanting to pay him, a whole bunch of stuff. So development got set back a couple months.
Oh, okay. All right.
Hey, chat, how you doing? What's going on? How is everybody this morning?
Well, what are you gonna say about all the situation? Them going out there, and saying that marketing. They're gonna start focusing on marketing. I'm happy about that. I know a lot of people want the exclusive route to come back, but I feel like the main problem is not going back to exclusives. I think the main problem is even though we go back to exclusives, bring that back in there, all right, to throw in some spice. But at the end of the day, if we don't have marketing power, what are we doing over here? That's what I'm saying.
It's not going to matter
It's not gonna
because
matter.
for the last 10 years, the last decade, Xbox has
Hmm.
been putting games on PC. They've already not been buying Xbox games or trashing on Xbox games just because it's not been on PlayStation.
Hmm.
So they already say Xbox has no exclusives. So there's no point in trying to put that genie back in the bottle. So
Hmm.
unless they stop doing day and date with PC and only focus on the console, that's going a huge step backwards.
Hmm. But the thing is, if they come out with the next console, it's going to be PC, right? It's a PC hybrid, then it's basically PC, so that won't matter anymore, right?
That's also true. Why are they going to go back to exclusivity and pull back all the way to the console if their next Xbox is going to be a PC console hybrid? It makes
Oh,
zero
yeah,
sense.
it makes zero sense as of now. That yeah, that's what I'm saying. Though it makes zero
So,
sense though.
so going back to going back to exclusivity is
Hmm.
completely off the table. If
I
they do
believe that
that, they
too.
are absolutely asinine and stupid.
No, what I do, what I would do is this though. I'll drive them nuts. That's what I'll do. Like I'll have this thing time exclusive, right? For example, if
Now,
Xbox comes
see,
out,
that's a different story.
exactly.
If they
That's
go
it.
back to Xbox PC timed
Yeah.
and they say, okay, if it's going to go, fine, now give a specific time frame of date that it's going to be this length of
What?
time or longer.
You know what I say? I'll say 2 or 3 years just to drive them nuts. That's what I would say. I mean, I'll go out there and say, well, I'll give 2 or 3 years. It's gonna be between 2 or 3 years tops. 2 or 3 years. That's how I would say, just to drive them nuts, just to keep them guessing
I
like they're
would
doing with
say
Starfield and all that stuff. Keep
I
them
would say
guessing.
I would say it would be studio or game specific dependent,
Studio game specific dependent.
because not every studio is the same size.
Oh, I know that.
And while they have more than enough studios to produce a game every month for 2.5 years with no studio ever repeating,
Mm-hmm.
which is wild to even think about, that they can have those 2-3 year dev cycles for every single game that Xbox releases from now on.
All right.
And you look at games like Obsidian, or studios like Obsidian,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
uh, Coalition, and uh, how many others, Bethesda, turning out games damn near every year.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Even though they're not putting out updates for Starfield regularly, Skyrim
Yeah.
anymore, or making the next Fallout immediately, they just came out with the Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition,
Mm-hmm.
which also got released on the Switch too. They're consistently putting out updates for ESO, which is their biggest moneymaker of all time, aside from maybe Skyrim as a single player title.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then you have to look at, hey, they're not working on any one project. They're working on multiple projects for every single studio if they're large enough.
Exactly. I mean, they have, like, I think my booty came out and said that there was 40 projects underway though.
And we know they're
Um,
already planning on 75 games for Game Pass alone, and that's
mhm.
not including what's not in Game Pass. Like REI,
Exactly.
not in Game Pass.
Yep. Yep. I mean, they already got the route set up when it comes down to games. That's what I'm saying though. But the thing is,
Yeah.
how that's the thing though, right? People wanted the exclusives to come back, but this is like console war stuff right here. But at the end of the day, we have a situation out there that people don't acknowledge, and social media and media outlets, and nobody goes out there and talks about a lot. And that is, we have a ton of beasts out there they got to compete with when it comes down to single player games, right?
Oh,
You
absolutely.
you have Fortnite, you have Call of Duty. Even Call of Duty is a competitor, right? You got GTA 5, you got the sports games, all that stuff. Because as something that I saw, and I even showed people here in the chat that there was a report that was out there. Only 4% are buying new games. 4%
Um,
of players.
I want
Four.
to address Mike Johnson in the chat real quick. He says that
Oh,
Microsoft needs to pull Call of Duty off of PC. Do you know the biggest Call of Duty event, Mike Johnson?
oh shit! They need to pull what out?
Call
No.
of Duty. Now, I did see
I,
a report that says that they're going to pull the next Call of Duty out of Game Pass, which I still don't see happening either. But
mhm, mhm.
let's say that rumor's true, and then you're talking about this pulling it off of PC. The biggest event, okay, if you go back to Black Ops 6, they had an entire event of all the professional streamers playing to showcase Call of Duty Black Ops 6.
Mhm.
Every single one of them was on PC. And do you know how many streamers were there? How many players were there?
And that
And
was a
that,
boo boo though. They should have streamed with an Xbox, not a PC. But okay, keep going.
but all of them were PC players. Every single one of them.
So I'll get Xbox
PC.
players. Promote Xbox, not
PC.
PC.
No, 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 no.
Dude,
I'm not
what are
talking
we doing?
about promoting the system in this game. I'm talking about promoting the game.
Okay, okay, okay. All right.
They
All right.
had an entire lobby that was nothing but networked PCs playing on a hub that were connecting to this system to showcase everything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There is not a time. Yes, there was a time when Call of Duty was not on PC. But how long has that been? There was 4 games.
Mm-hmm.
And how many have they released over the years?
Hmm.
We're on Black Ops 7. There's Modern Warfare. There's World at War. There is nothing that you can say or do or propose that's going to say, hey, let's take it off of PC. PC is the biggest market for Call of Duty. Screw PlayStation, screw Xbox. Call of Duty is prominent on PC.
I'll be honest with you. PC is actually the biggest market in gaming right now. Period.
Absolutely.
in
Two
general. I
billion
mean,
players. It'd
two
be
billion
stupid to
players in
try and pull
total.
away from
Two
it.
billion players. I mean, that's for Oh Lord, if you're gonna bring up the hackers, man, seriously, I'm not
Console
even
has
gonna do
hackers
it.
too.
Of course they do,
There's
tons.
controllers built for consoles specifically that allow you to hack without having external software otherwise.
You just gotta
So
Google that up.
you want to talk about hackers? Go look at that.
Yeah, exactly. Because I don't know why people focus a lot on the hacker situation, all this stuff. Because look, at the end of the day, it's kind of funny.
Because they
Like,
think it's only on PC.
because man. But the thing is, though, at the end of the day, though, right? Uh,
Yes, in terms of Call of Duty, screw PlayStation, screw Xbox. But you got to admit that Xbox is still the one producing Call of Duty and putting out more games than any other publisher, even on PC almost, this year alone. Now, don't get me wrong, PC is always going to have its indies. It's always going to have more than any game throughout or any published title throughout the year because they put out tens of thousands on Steam alone every year.
consoles is nothing like PC, man. Actually, it is kind of like a PC because when you open a console, you dissect it though. But the UI in the console, of course, is not a PC. That's something that we know that. But consoles in general are PCs. Period. They're PCs though.
I'll put this out there for throw
I
you
mean,
for a little loop here.
I'll throw this pitch right here. What is that thing that you put on the when you open up the PlayStation? What is that thing that you can put on PCs? What's that called? And basically, you can just buy one, put it on PC too. What is that thing that you open up that PlayStation, open up that lid, and just plug it in for more storage? What is that called?
The hard drive.
Or the SSD, right? I mean,
Yep.
shit, it's the same one as a PC. So basically, your consoles are PCs. But Lord,
Uh,
Mike,
anyway,
I'm not going to deal with the hacker situation because seriously, there's hackers everywhere. You cannot stop that. I mean,
yep.
there's hackers everywhere, but at the end of the day, though, hackers are not. There is a situation out there in general. You got to compete against these beasts. I don't care how many hackers are out there. I don't care about that shit. And trust me, they can hack. And let's say they can download 100 million can download the game on PC alone, play that game. But at the end of the day, though, there's people that still buy, and they're not buying enough. They cannot face these beasts out there. There's a
As far
beast.
as far as hackers go for either console or PC, literally the only way that you can stop them is by standing over their shoulder
Exactly.
and making
Nothing
sure
else.
that they're not.
But
When they had
look.
that in live event for Black Ops 6, they can control that. But
Mhm.
when you're sitting in your living room playing on your console, playing on your PC, you can't determine whether or not somebody is cheating or not outside of a few extreme circumstances by people who know what to look for.
Exactly. Yeah. But at the end of the day, though, it's like what I say. I mean, there's games out there that need to go on and try to be like to try to get more people attracted to it. We have a problem here when it comes down to the games, and that is that people are not playing this games. Take point because
Absolutely.
I always say this in general. Right now, a lot of the Sony fans are out there looking to point fingers and say, "Hey, listen, yo." Blue Point, you shut down because you pitched this idea, or you shut down because of this, or Sony, you didn't give them a chance, or this and that. But I'll tell you whose fault it is. I'll tell you whose fault it is. That's Blue Point got shut down, and that's the Sony fanboys' fault because damn it, you guys have 92 million consoles out there in total, as they say. You cheer for console sales, yet you
Mhm.
guys only you got, but there was only 1.8 who bought the game. Let's say Blue Point sold 12 million copies of Demon Souls on PS5. Let's say it did.
That's
Trust me.
still 88 million consoles
But
out there that
it
didn't.
doesn't matter if it's no 88. No, that's still I think I think it's 80 million total, right? 80 million total that still didn't buy it though. But 12 million is actually a very good number for these investors to say, hey, we're not shutting it down. Let's make them go get, let's say, a Legend or Dragoon or something like that. But if you guys
Yep.
did not buy the game, this is what happens. So, like I said, there's a lot of competition out there, my friends. There's a lot of competition out there when it comes to games, and the big competition is these free to play games that are kicking butt. People are buying these consoles just to play these games. That's it. They're
Yes.
buying it just to play these games. They're not playing anything else. When the game comes out, of course, sometimes you see it in the top tens. Sometimes you see it get up there. But when time goes by, they start to fade away and kind of disappear. That's what it does. They disappear and they go away. And then, let's say they do a TV show, kind of like the Fallout experience, right? When you saw Fallout again, the second season came out, Fallout from position 64 jumped back up to the top 20 list, or I think it was
Yep.
top 15. That does happen. But again, it fades away because people are stuck with the multiplayer, with the sports games, with the Roblox, with all this stuff. They're buying
Especially
these
when
games
they
to play this.
continually deliver month on month battle passes or
Hmm.
whatever. That means thanks, Pickles. Yes, I got a haircut about last week. Uh, but when you have, say, Magic the Gathering Arena, I play that all the time. They have daily and weekly quests. Okay, you can have up to 3 dailies piled up before you either complete them or re-roll them, and until you complete them. There's a weekly challenge where you have to win 15 games. Doesn't matter in what game mode. They have a battle pass. So, there's always stuff to do. And that is a completely free game. Yeah, it has microtransactions where you can pay into it and buy extra cards, extra card
Hmm.
backings,
Hmm.
and sleeves and all that. But you don't have to pay a dime. I have played that game since launch, and I have never put a single dime into that game.
Which one? Call of Duty?
Magic the Gathering Arena.
Oh, Magic the Gathering. Okay, okay.
I kind of
Nice.
like my card games. So,
Oh, did you play TCG Simulator?
yes,
Okay, good. Because
I,
that's
I,
what I'm
I,
hearing.
I've got it pretty far on that too on Steam.
I'm pretty far too. I'm having fun with that.
Yeah, but when you look at games that are one and done single players,
Yeah.
okay, anywhere from as low as a 5-6 hour game like Hellblade 2 to an 80-hour game like Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth.
Yeah.
Okay, the amount of enjoyment that you get out of that, the amount of time you play after that fact, that is on every individual player.
Hmm.
But the difference is there is never going to be anything new added until there's a DLC or some announcement that says, hey, this quality of life is changing.
Yeah.
So you're only going to get so much enjoyment when you have games like Fortnite doing all their collabs that they do, Magic the Gathering, Call of Duty that have weekly progression systems.
Hmm.
League of Legends has it even.
Hmm.
So you're going to have all of these games competing for your time. So the question is,
Plus,
what
plus
interests you?
Netflix,
What
plus
your plus
TikTok, plus.
videos, yeah, everything.
So that's the thing, though. So, like I said, though, okay, look, Xbox needs this marketing. They need it, my friend. They need that marketing flow and that spice because, like I said, but right here we have talked this argument several times about people's times, what people see and everything, right? I mean,
So
right
I want
now
to
there's a
pose a
lot of
question
things
for you real quick,
happening.
Ely.
What's up? What's up?
So how many games PlayStation Studios published and produced? Sony Santa Monica, God of War, Housemart, Returnal, and also from the upcoming Sorrows, Bungie. How many of their internal studios that they own
Mhm.
do they also use to publish their games on PC?
Do they use? I mean, pretty much like it's 80%, or I think it's 80% of the studios that have been publishing the games on PC, 80 or almost 90,
Horizon,
because you
Last of
have,
Us.
because remember, Gran Turismo still has not got on PC, and Blue Point, of course, which got shut down. That game should have been on PC,
I
but
think Gran Turismo 7 announced that they were canceling it
yeah,
for the
they were.
PC because they're also working on the new Gran Turismo 8 already.
Okay, okay, but I know that game did not go to PC though. But I'm
Right.
talking about the games that did not go to PC.
But it
But then,
was announced for PC.
oh, it was. I did not see
They
that
they
though.
they decided that they were going to cancel it, and
I
then
know
their
there was.
last
I know there
update
was
was
a cancel
December.
port. I know there was a cancel port, but I remember that game
Yep.
was actually announced, officially announced to go to
So,
PC though.
but
Yeah.
either way, okay. So every single one of them, they almost none of them post themselves onto PC,
Mm-hmm.
published on PC. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
it's PlayStation that pushes for it, but the internal studios do not make the ports because even Gorilla did not do the port for the Horizon when it first came. Sony Santa Monica didn't make the port
They
for
didn't.
God of War 2018 or
They didn't.
Ragnarok.
Nope. They didn't.
So Who do you think makes those ports from Sony?
Is it the Nexus?
That's one of two.
Who's the other one though?
Valkyrie Entertainment.
Oh, Valkyrie. Okay. All right.
Now, if this rumor to be believed about Sony is pulling away from PC ports, then you're going to see both of those two studios close down next from Sony. Because if
Hmm.
you're not doing PC ports, why are those studios still
Why
here?
are they still, what is still here? Yeah, because I mean, we already saw Marathon dip, right? Marathon dipped, and I don't know about Marathon, and now we have the Horizon Hunters Gathering, which it did not
Oh
seem to.
my god!
I don't even want to jump into that one as of now because
Yeah,
I
I
don't
will
want
say in defense of that one,
to. Yeah,
it was only a invite only beta, and
yeah,
it was
but
only for 3 hours.
it was only for 3 hours. But how many? Okay, but in 3 hours you dropped down to 5 to 3. I mean,
I'd
if it was
imagine it was only the
addicting,
devs that were staying logged into it.
ah. I mean, from someone from Twitter, I saw out there that that's new legal that he was posting about it, and over the weekend because one big mistake they did was putting it out there with two games, especially with Resident Evil Requiem. I mean, I would have waited at least this weekend to put that game out there for people to try out, though. But it dipped. It dipped in a way that I was like, "Whoa, this is a big dip right here." So I'm gonna look at how many players were playing it on Steam, though.
Now, for the last like maybe 2 months, I don't think Highguard has gotten over 500 to 1,000 players. So that game is on its last
Mm,
legs.
it's yeah, High Guard is yeah.
Uh, Marathon, I think, is going to survive a little bit longer because there are some fundamental good things there.
Okay.
I did try the server slam.
So you said it was only for 3 hours. So in total, it seems like on Steam there was 561 players on Steam,
Yes,
and it dropped down to 300, and then it was down to two.
but that's what I'm saying. I'm not going by that because of the fact that it was so short. Like Marathon, you can make a different opinion on because that's open for days for the server
Yeah,
slam.
that's open for days. Yeah, yeah.
So
Uh,
this is just to see, I think, if their infrastructure actually works.
mm-hmm.
Not necessarily how well the game is going to perform under stress.
Mm-hmm.
Whether the game is good or not, that's going to be a completely different conversation.
Exactly. Well, I mean, we had to wait and see though. We had to wait and see. But at the end of the day, if it was a game that actually was engaging, from 500 down to 300 and then down to two, I mean, the people would have still kept on playing the game until the beta ends, or the closed beta ends. If
I
it's
mean,
addicting.
for all we know, they could have all been 500 within the studio.
Oh, 500. So you're basically saying the studio itself did not like the game. They're like, guys, this shit
No,
sucks.
no,
Why?
I'm just saying that they had a planned goal of going
Ah!
in, testing something specific,
I mean, it was a
playing it
close. It
for
was a close beta. It was to get some feedback from it. Even though there wasn't that much of players, but it seems like it. When I saw that, I was like, oh shit. If it was addicting, at least it would have like 100 people still playing it. That would have
the,
given you a little bit of hope, though. But you know how it is. Yeah.
but
Because
again, it might have been just the
because
studio
for
trying to find out something
because
specific
for
on it.
marathon though, I'll tell you this much. Marathon. I told the chat yesterday. Saturday, I sat there and I was like, okay, let me try out this game. I went in, started shooting, started having fun, just shooting things, doing what I gotta do. And at the end of the day, though, even though I was doing all this stuff, right, the gunplay is fine. I loved it. It felt really good. Budgie always nails that. But then, like, okay, go to the rail tower, right? Where is it? Up there, but where? Up there, but where? Then I see a whole bunch of things that look like radio towers, and I was punching like pretty much all of them to try to find the radio tower. So I found it. I was like, oh, here it is. Okay, we found it. That's it. Let's go. And then the thing is, you extract and you're done. Or you had to take down three baddies or this and that. I'm like, that's it? Like that quick? Quick and easy. Go in there and do something quick and get out. Okay. Kind of like what's it called? Kind of
Tarkov.
like no. Arc Raiders. It pretty much is the
Oh,
same concept as Arc Raiders, but damn, it's not as entertaining as Arc Raiders though. It's not. It's just it
no.
isn't. It just didn't grab my attention though. It
Does
just
Arc
didn't.
Raiders have a time limit when you're in a match?
It has a 30-minute time limit when you're in the match, and sometimes you jump in the late match, and you got like 15 minutes left, and you got to do things real quick. But at least the bad guys are engaging, the bad guys are tough. You got to sneak, you got to do stuff, because you get scared from a
Now,
rocketeer coming for or towards you, or some big dude trying to blow you up.
I want to put this out there between the Arc Raiders and Marathon comparison. Okay,
Yeah.
Arc Raiders is a PVE game.
Mm-hmm.
It
Mm-hmm.
has PvP in it, and they have a smart server system where if you PvP, it's going to likely throw you into matches with more PvP players.
Exactly. Yeah.
Marathon is PvP focused, but you
Mm-hmm.
can't differentiate between players and the bots.
Yeah. Exactly. You can't differentiate that either, though. You
We
can't.
don't know
You
how
don't know
many
who
other
they
teams.
are.
Well, you
Mm-hmm.
don't know how many other teams are on the map,
Wow. That's crazy.
so you can't differentiate, and all of them look very bland.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now, I
And
will
that,
say the AI is smart.
yeah, they're smart, of course. But Bungie has that down. Bungie, when it comes down to that, Bungie has that down. Bungie does when it comes. Like I said, the gunplay is fun, right? But again, if you're gonna add objectives, make the objectives interesting, make things fun, make things
Their
more
gunplay was never in question. What was always in question was their balancing.
balancing. Like balancing, you mean like the bad guys were a bit more tougher to kill than the. I think that's what I read out there.
Enemies that are bullet sponges, or when they come out with updates
Oh,
saying, "Hey, there's a new weapon added, but we're nerfing this gun, this gun, this gun," they completely throw off the balance of power
yeah,
between
yeah.
what's not. They did the same thing with Destiny 2.
Yeah, I heard. I've heard a lot of bad things when it comes down to Destiny. I mean, I heard gruesome things they're doing back there with Destiny, and a lot of people are mad about it. But at the end of the day, though, right? I mean, it dipped down to 50, so I don't know if it's gonna come back, and do a comeback to it. I mean, shit, it would suck if it die,
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, these guys aren't playing around. They're closing down studios. If it doesn't work, you're out. I mean, they're
Now, I
shut
don't
down and you're
know
out.
if you heard my prediction with DemoFlow
What's the
about
prediction?
Marathon. Um, when it was way back announced, way ages ago, I
Wow.
said that if they're trying to make it like Escape from Tarkov,
Yeah.
sort of an extraction shooter, and it's PvP focused, what are the two major issues that you're going to focus on?
What
New players,
players? Yeah.
and how are you going to balance new players with seasoned players?
Hmm.
You're going to go in fresh out of no tutorial or a little tutorial and have
Yeah,
basic
that tutorial didn't tell you
basic.
shit though. That tutorial
And
didn't tell you shit. You had to figure things out by yourself though. It's crazy.
when you hop into an official game after the tutorial, and even the tutorial has enemies in
Hmm.
it,
Hmm.
other players, or at least it
Yeah,
can,
yeah,
um, you're going to come up against players who have playing since launch day, and new players a month in are going to have shields that only give 100 shield, 2 hits and it's depleted.
yeah.
And then you're going to be coming up against people that have snipers that do 1,000 damage, so they're going to take you out in one shot. Demo
Wow.
experienced this himself.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
And not only that, but you're being shot from across the map.
Wow, crazy.
So you're looking at how are you going to balance something like that? There's no drop off with their weapons.
Hmm. 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 And marathon flops, which is more likely Bungie is in trouble. I agree. Like I said though, I mean, this is. I don't even know what's gonna happen in Bungie though after this one. If it flops, that's it.
If,
It's over.
if if they don't do a major rework, I see Bungie closing and being absorbed by the end of the year.
Ooh. By the end of the year, you see that.
No, I don't think they're the most powerful gun in the game, Pickles. I was just using that as an example.
Yeah, it was just an
Uh,
example though. But
yeah, because you can use the superpowers of the heroes, and some of them are OP as hell too, because they create rocket explosions. And I don't even know if there's a rocket launcher in the game.
um, Power Boss, I got a question for you. This is gonna, just to wind off away from marathon now for a little bit. What do you think about the new CEO? Everything that happened though.
Um, well, I disagree with that. Everybody was trying to say that she was using AI on her tweets. That was just
I mean,
stupid.
I'll be honest with you, Power Boss. If I could get someone to automatically reply my tweets, I'll be happy though. That's
I
so
I do
sometimes
think
I'm
that
too busy to even go out there on Twitter and talk to
um,
people.
Now, I will put this out there about her Xbox account and her gamer score and the first month of play thing that everybody was passing around. One, we don't know if that's her only account. That may be just her public facing account.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Two, she admitted that some of that 10,000 gamer score of, only like 5-10% of games played was her kids, which have since been rectified. They all have their own accounts now.
Yep.
Um,
Nice.
so moving forward, everything is going to be on her.
Yeah, but the thing is, they were saying, a CEO doesn't play games is a bad thing, but I'm like, wait a second, but Strauss Zelnick is not a gamer. He said that in
Speaking
CNBC.
of demo flow, what's up, Poppy in the chat?
Hey, how you doing, Demo Flow? What's cooking? But I even said that Strauss Zelnick is not a gamer. He said it loud and clear. I'm not a gamer. I don't play games at all. He does
Correct.
not play games, and look how GTA is right now. You know how successful
I
Rockstar
don't.
is.
I don't
So
think
that's another
a
thing, though.
criteria for being head of a gaming corporation means that you have to be a gamer. However, having a gaming background means that you know more of what the players want.
Exactly. Yeah, she's working on that though.
And she
She's
is.
she is working on that. I mean, she's working on that, and like I said, her first move out of everything, her first move was really good. I say, and that was a marketing because that is something uh, we need that to happen. We need to see more marketing into it because I know people were so focused like, oh, exclusives, bring back exclusives and all this stuff. I'm like, but wait a minute, how come you can have all the exclusives in the world right now, but if you
But if
don't have
people
a
don't buy
market,
them,
if people don't buy them, if we don't have a good marketing team behind them, what are we doing here? I mean, we have nothing again. We're back to square one. We need to get this, moving up. Look, what is Hiroki Totoki's gamer score? Hiroki Totoki's gamer score is sitting at a bank right now, and that is his big gamer score right
now don't forget that
now.
Hiroki Totoki, before he was in charge, was a financials guy.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. He's got a big gamer score on his bank that we all wish we had too, right? We want that gamer
No
score
kidding.
too. That'll be nice.
So you
Yeah,
can't judge.
I'll be right back.
Sure,
Keep going.
you
Keep
can't.
it going.
Yeah, you can't judge a person by what their actual. I think that until Phil and Sarah leave officially in the summer, we're going to actually see what her takeoff with the company can do, what direction she's going to go. Yep, exactly, Zappo, exactly. Now we know that they're going to take all of these and just run with them, and I'm going to personally give her the benefit of the doubt. Now I have my reserves. Like I said on demo show, when it comes to her specifically, I'm worried about her being the head of Instacart and being the head of the Microsoft Copilot program that she launched. That's where my concerns with her come in, because her corporate message about we're not going to push AI slop, that means they're still going to do AI. The only question is, how is it going to be implemented and how are they going to try to hide it? That's my concern. AI is not a bad thing. It is a tool. You can use AI and make wonderful things. I've done it and proved it myself. Um, the only question is, how is it implemented? So when you look and progress, that is how things are going to go in the direction. So you can go and ask AI, when I launch a game multi-platform versus one console locked ecosystem, what's going to make me more money? And it's going to give you 50 million different answers. It's going to learn and tailor its opinion to how you propose it. Welcome
All right.
back.
All right. Thank you. I had to do a quick run. So, like I was saying, though, right? I mean, we need marketing, my friend. That's what we need in general. We need the
Yes,
marketing to kick.
absolutely. Aaron Greenberg has been almost non existent.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of things that Xbox can do to market better.
Yep, 100%. They can.
Uh,
and
I
I'm
mean,
happy.
I can tell you from personal experience. My
Mhm.
older stepson, just on the other side of my computer here, he says he'll never touch Xbox. He doesn't like Xbox at all.
Okay.
To be fair,
And
I don't like Microsoft as a company.
there you
Oh,
go.
But now they're the only fucking OS that works.
See, exactly. So that's one aspect. So you have a perfectly valid and reason being for why things the way they are.
mhm.
So marketing is definitely something that they need to work on, but that's only one aspect. There's still so many more things that Xbox needs to work on for them to even have a chance.
Microsoft has completely abandoned their fixation with AI. If they do that, they'll actually have a fucking brand identity instead of just let's keep putting all our eggs in this fucking basket that doesn't do shit.
Exactly.
Mm. Yep.
So
Mm.
again, there's many things to look at, not any one thing. Exclusivity is not going to do it.
Hmm. You know,
AI is not
right?
going to do it.
Because here, I got it. Because okay, let's tackle this. I'm gonna tackle this right now, and this is gonna be a good tackle though. Check this out.
Sure.
Look, I'm gonna tell you guys something that just came into my head, and it's actually the truth. Is this is something that's I'm not even theorizing with this thing or nothing because it's true though. Look at this chat. Has PlayStation thrown out a lot of exclusives this generation? Yes or no?
Absolutely not.
Okay, they're putting their games to PC. They have not had like pretty much a bunch of exclusives. Like I mentioned Gran Turismo 7, Blue Points, what's it called? Blue Points, Demon Souls, that was stuck in the console. So why is PlayStation at 92 million console sales right now without exclusives though? So does the word exclusive work though? Makes you think, huh, Chad? Makes you think. I'm actually, pinpointing it, which is true though. This is something that's true. I mean, shit. PlayStation has 92 million consoles. This generation, when it comes down to first party exclusives, didn't have nothing pretty much compared to last year. Last year they had a ton, even though they have a couple third parties in there because if you add them all up. But compared to last year, with this first party, it was cooking, it was hot, it was spicy. But look, they're at 92 million consoles. Why is that? Marketing, my friends. Marketing is key. We need that. We need that out there. That's what we need, though.
Yes, absolutely. It's one of the bigger things that they need to work on. It's just not the only thing they need to work on.
Oh, I know that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. 92 million shipped. Can't even say Blue Point. Laugh exactly, Pickles. That's the big question I ask them because when they come to me about console sales, I always say this: what will console sales do? They're shutting down studios. What's the point of that? You know? Yes, no more PS logo on Xbox trailers. Of course. Leave that for another day, because if they're gonna be those guys that won't announce their games, going to Xbox or going to elsewhere, that makes us have to work for it, then Xbox should be doing the same thing. You guys want to be greedy, then be greedy. And here's another thing though. It's getting interesting though.
Well, I said it earlier. If Xbox goes back to exclusivity, and now that there's a new person who may not be as nice as Phil in charge,
Exactly. That's another thing though.
and they can money at the industry if they really wanted to, because they have the money to do it. Whether they will
Because
or not, that's a different story.
but that's not the thing though. But look, right now, let's say PlayStation pulls back on the whole PC port thing. They're starting to be greedy. How is that going to look on Microsoft though? Is Microsoft going to be still the user friendly, or are they going to get greedy too? Because if I was MS right then and
No,
there,
they're
I
going to
said,
still look
"Oh,
greedy.
they should get greedy right there." Because I'll be like MS to say, "Hey, listen, we decided to make the console PC so that way, developers can develop easier, get things done easier, quicker, everything on the dot. You're not putting your games over here, okay? Then we're not gonna send your games over there. Then F you. They're gonna have to do something about it. Because to be honest, though, they're gonna have to do that because if they're gonna keep on porting the games over there and places are like, oh, we got everything over here, we don't need to do nothing. I mean, shit, that's not gonna be a pretty sight, though.
Absolutely.
That's not gonna be pretty sight. So yeah, that's the thing though, because the whole supporting the single player against the PC thing. I don't know why, but I have a feeling like this is just me having a theory feeling, right? I'm not confirming this. I have a feeling that that rumor is a little bit true, But at the same time, I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna have like add more time exclusives to to their situation. Instead of saying like, okay, we're
I
gonna put
I
it,
think the fact
2 years later. I think they're gonna add another year to it. That's what I'm thinking about though. I think
they
they
got
would.
to put out games first.
I think they're not gonna pull out till that though. I think they're not gonna pull out on that. I mean,
And
that'd
let's
be
not
crazy
forget
if they
that
do that.
Nixus is working closely with Housemarque for Soros.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Nixus is known for their PC ports.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah. I hope Asha snatches Forza Horizon 6 from PS. But the thing is, as a remember chat, and I tell you this again, she said the plan is the plan until it's not the plan. So they're going to stick with the plan as of now because you cannot go in guns blazing and switching things around. That'd be nuts. There's agreements, there's contracts, there's things, they cannot break as of now, though. They cannot break now. I don't know if there's room for negotiation, though, which they can. I mean, we even said this. A good
I
room.
mean, the three that we know of Halo, Fable, and Forza Horizon 6. Those three games are slated for PlayStation as of right now.
Mm-hmm.
If
Mm-hmm.
those games, for whatever reason, between now and the time it launches, decide, okay, we're not going to be putting it onto the PlayStation ecosystem, one, they're handicapping themselves because they're like, oh, so now Xbox is going back on their word. What else is new? And then two, they're going to have to pay a hefty fine for breaking those contracts. So
Mm-hmm.
unless PlayStation themselves say, no, we don't want it,
Mm-hmm.
Xbox is going to still do it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean,
So
they can.
that's
They
the
can.
two
That
sides
cannot
that
be broken.
are
That's no, and they're not under contract. I mean, if they do have a contract, with these games though, there's got to be like because remember they got to bring out the percentages. They got to come to an agreement, and say okay, PlayStation give you this percentage. This is ours. This is yours. There has to be like an agreement out there. That we don't know of probably because that's internal crap, right? But at the end of the day, though,
well,
right?
the only one that we know of is Call of Duty from the ABK deal.
I'm from the ABK deal. That's the only one we know.
We're
That's the
2
only one
years
we know.
into that already.
And we're 2 years into that, which of course, we were saying earlier, me and Joy were saying this on the channel, which will be interesting, if this happens, that if there is that if there is a way to negotiate, Microsoft can tell Sony, hey, listen, you're not gonna throw your games over here, okay. We're gonna drop down to 10%. You're gonna get 10%. We're gonna get 90. Screw you. We're done. If you want to keep your games over there, I don't know if there's gonna be room to negotiate that. Because the thing is, if this company does get greedy, right, and decides to pull back on the PC ports because of the competition that's out there, um, it's not going to look good if Microsoft keeps pointing the games onto it. It's not going to look good. It won't. It won't. It just won't. Unless if it's a live service, which we understand, of course, live service, we need to attract more people out there. Then I understand that area. But when it comes down to major games like the Halo, like Gears, and all this stuff, I mean, mm-mm. Nope. Going back to who's not an option now, maybe for next gen, but right now they're just trying to push out the games. Exactly, Double Flow. You're 100% correct there. Yeah, as of right now, though, but there's still more games being under development, though, right? Hey Louis, can you do a quick recap? I just got here. What we did was today we talked about real quick, my friend. We talked about the Starfield rumor about coming out to PlayStation that it's confirmed by a reliable source, but yet it's still a rumor, still has not been confirmed by the company. So at the end of the day, if it's going to be there, I hope it is. Because shit, they said it so many times. I'm tired of it. But if it's not, though, we're just gonna sit back and be like, oh, that's another rumor being thrown away. But yeah, we talked about the Starfield rumor that's been going around again for the 50th time of this gen now. And we've also talked about, Xbox and marketing. And we also showed the games that are coming to Game Pass, which is Cyberpunk and several others on there. But yeah, basically, it's right now on the subject of marketing, Xbox marketing, which is needed because I even gave a prime example about PlayStation that this generation did when it came down to first party exclusives, they didn't have anything, but yet they sold a lot. Demoflow, give me a second. I'm hearing the apartment ringer. I'll be right back. Take over real quick. I'll be right back. I mean, not Demoflow, Parba, sorry.
I got you. I got you.
All right.
So yeah, it's, and we also talked about Asha Sharma and a little bit of the direction that she's potentially going to be going with the studio. and all of Xbox moving forward. I don't think we're going to see anything until Phil and Sarah officially leave in the summer following their retirement. And for all those people that are trying to say, oh, Phil was fired just as the same as Jim Ryan was, no. Because when Jim Ryan got fired, he completely ghosted the entire internet. Phil Spencer is still out here congratulating Asha Sharma, still having interviews, and still doing all this stuff for doing the handoff. He is still out there being a gamer and talking with the fans and saying, hey, this is what we're doing. And I don't think until Phil actually leaves in the summer, we're going to get like an interview with Phil saying, hey, from your tenure at Xbox, this is the truth of the matter of things that are going on in this right there. Hey, fix your camera, Louis.
Oh wait, what? What happened?
Your
Oh, my
camera's
camera. Oh shoot! Oh, no.
it followed you out the door.
I followed me out the door. Oh, sorry about that, chat.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Oh, good thing I did not have anything, inappropriate out there. No, I'm just kidding.
Is that another question for you?
So
No,
here's the
no
thing,
phoned
though.
up PlayStation over there.
What? What happened?
No phoned up PlayStation.
Oh, PlayStation's not there though. I told the chat.
I know.
I told the chat, a couple days ago or a couple weeks ago that my PlayStation is not here right now at this very moment. My PlayStation is
I got a question.
being used by someone else at this moment. Because,
We know that Phil and Sarah are still going to be there till the summer, right?
I know Phil is. I don't know about Sarah though.
I think she outright quit, but that's a different story altogether.
Okay.
But at least Phil's going to be there. Do you think that Phil is going to unveil the Magnus with Asha Sharma on stage before he officially gets out of the picture?
Oh, I mean that can happen though. I mean, why not? I would do it. Heck yeah. I would do that. That'd be a cool thing, saying goodbye to Phil and revealing that Magnus, get everyone happy about it. Oh my god! I mean, that'd be a time thing right there. That'd be a big explosion if that does happen though, because I mean, this is the 25th anniversary. Even though like a lot of people are saying,
Big milestone, yeah.
I mean, even though a lot of people were saying that it doesn't feel like it, because I talked to several people about it, and they didn't feel like it. I even forgot it was the 25th these past couple of days, and and then after they told me about it, I was like, oh shit, that's true. We're in the 25th though. I mean, that would be a good thing, to celebrate though. Big thing to
But
celebrate.
let's also not forget that while Phil wasn't in charge for the whole 25 years, he was in charge for a good majority of it. About half of the Xbox's life cycle of as a brand.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. But
Because Xbox didn't come out until 2001.
but here's the thing though, right? Yeah, I believe that can happen though, because I believe I also I have a feeling, and this is a theory feeling that I have. I believe we're gonna have another developer direct soon. I don't know. I don't know why, but I have that feeling too. Probably
There
another one.
was supposed to be one teased that there was going to be a second
Yeah.
developer direct in
Because
March.
there's a lot of games that's supposed to be announced though. I mean, if you get a second developer direct, that would be a big thing from Xbox though.
But we also still have the ID at Xbox for indies. We
Yeah.
still have the June showcase. We still have the end of the year showcase. We still have the Game Awards.
And the June showcase is right about around the corner, because right now we are at
March.
March, April, May, June. So we're literally like 2 months and a half away from the June showcase.
Yep.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah, at least for that though. At least for that.
No, we know that, Judah. We know that.
Oh, we know that. We know that. But I'm saying that, because of legal things, because I've had developers here explain to me like the dev cycle thing. Like, for example, if they're going to have Steam on there, you got to get a contract, you got to get lawyers and all this stuff. Right after you're done paying taxes, lawyers, the fee that you got, the 30% fee you got to give Steam and everything or whatever, then this is the time you start making money, as a game developer. Because, I've asked that question for things that, we didn't know,
Yeah. So I do think that Sin Sears is right. He did have like an onstage presence inside of one of their studios somewhere where they took a picture with all of them. He gave a speech. But I do think that the June showcase is going to be like the official public eye passing of the torch, so to speak. But whether they do the unveiling of the Magnus at the June showcase or later this year for the 25th anniversary, which I still believe it's coming out next year, and it's a mistake because of the RAM crisis. I do think he should be invited on stage for the unveiling of the Magnus,
Mhm.
regardless.
Yeah,
Um,
what would be an amazing announcement if it does happen and they say, "Hey, Major Nelson, welcome aboard." Can you imagine?
that would be funny.
That would be funny. No, all hell will break loose that day.
Absolutely, it would. But
Yep.
yeah, but he wasn't in charge of Microsoft until about a little bit before the Xbox One generation launched. We know that. How where he was previously in the company, I'd have to go back and look and follow his career.
Mm-hmm.
I just know that Don Matrick left, and that's when he was put in charge after the failing of the Xbox One TV.
TV, 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 TV. Yep, that's where it failed. Yep,
Yeah,
100%.
and I totally think that the series consoles and the PlayStation 5 generation are riding off the coattails of the previous generation. Xbox on a downward slope, PlayStation on an upward slope, and that's literally the only reason for the way that the sales are skewed the way they are.
Yep,
They're riding off the coattails of the previous generation.
I believe that too. So I'm in there with you too, right there. Because I mean, look, and not only that, like I said though, I mean, Xbox could have sold more if it had a better marketing team. But since we don't have that though,
And by
uh,
the way, Pickles, happy early 21st. In case I don't see you.
until 2 weeks from Saturday. Wow, nice, nice. Pickles will be 21. Nice. Pickles, then you can start drinking now.
I think he was already past being an intern Cage when the Xbox was unveiled. He would have been 12, 13 years at the company by then. So I don't think he was an intern then. We know he started as an intern.
Hmm. So
Now, I don't think.
Magnets will do better on sales though, but in order for that to happen though, Pickles, there needs to be a
We
marketing.
know they have a gimmick.
You know, they
The
have a
fact,
but they need
the fact that it can play
marketing.
all platforms.
Yeah, that's how big
Okay,
it.
because it's basically going to be a PC like the Steam Deck handheld, where you can access the
Mm-hmm.
dashboard of the full fledged system.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas the Xbox Series consoles, the PlayStation systems, none of them can do that currently.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Literally, the handhelds are the only thing that can do it, and I think that the ROG Ally X Xbox is going to be the way going forward. They need to remove
Yep.
bloat. They need to remove everything to not make it streamlined. If they want it to play games, they need to remove things that make it more of a Windows system and make it more of a gaming system.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily a console specifically, because by gimping it that way and being a closed ecosystem, which is what they're trying to avoid, then you're cutting out the mods, the things that attract PC gamers.
Mm-hmm.
Um, here's a question for you, Louis. How much
That's
do
the
you think
question.
the Magnus is going to be?
I don't know. I mean, shit. That's a good question. I mean, with the whole RAM the way it is these days, I mean, we don't know. We don't know because I mean, there's a lot of things happening out there when it comes down to the RAM. I mean, now people are saying that PC gaming is dead, that PC gaming will go away, and all this stuff. I'm like, nah,
That's
the
never going to
PC,
happen.
that's never gonna happen because at the end of the day, PC is the thing that moves the world. We know that for a fact. They use this for work, we use this for offices, we use all that stuff for things to do. It's just right now we're in a gray area when it comes down to the RAM and the whole AI thing and everything. So I don't know. I mean, I don't want to yell out price because I don't want to give them ideas because the companies do hear. They hear
So,
us, and I don't want to give them ideas when it comes down to that because I don't
so,
want them to say, "Oh, the console because Louis said or people agreed with this." No, no, no. I don't want to give
so, so,
price ideas.
so here's the thing. What I think, Louis.
What do you think?
Okay,
What do you think? What do you
we
think?
know that the handheld is already $1,000.
Yep, we know
It's
that for a
already
fact.
gotten a $200 price increase in Japan
Mm-hmm.
or Europe somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
and we already know that the current Series X 2 terabyte model, the special edition,
Mm-hmm.
is $800-900. It's expensive,
$800-900. Okay.
and we know that they never launch a new generation console without it being higher priced than the previous generation. So already between all of that and the fact that we had Sarah Bond come out and say it's going to be a premium experience, That's where the speculation came out of people being $1,200 or $1,500 because they're branding it more of in line with a PC than a console, even though it's going to be the first of its kind of hybrid.
Mm-hmm.
Now, due to the RAM crisis, that number has shot up significantly to 1,500.
You think it's gonna be 1,500?
I think it's going to be higher. I think 1,500 is the low end.
I don't want to. I don't want to go to 1,500 though.
I don't either.
I don't want
But
to
I
go
think
there.
if it stays trying to launch next year, that it's going to be about 1,800.
I don't know. I mean, look, when it comes down to pricing, I don't know. I don't think that's too much. That's too much. I think it's gonna be close to the ranks is gonna be because look, we're done with the 400, 300, $200 consoles. I think that's gonna be out of the way. I think it's gonna be 500 and beyond. That's the price, that I think it's gonna land 500 and beyond or 600 and beyond. It can't go more than that.
The
1,500
only
is
way it's
way too
going to
much
be,
though. Unless
the
it,
only way,
unless if they can make a premium, like when I mean like a premium machine, like I mean like it has like all the, let's say 4 terabytes and all this stuff in space and all that shit, then I can get a $1,500 console. But you got to really prove to me that it has all the power in the world for me to go get it, and prove also that the games will look as it says it shines, to look,
so
because that's the other
unless
one.
they drop the price of the current Series S and X and the ROG Ally,
Mm-hmm.
maybe the ROG Ally, it's kind of a different market. Um, the Magnus is not going to be that cheap. Okay, unless they drop the previous or the current gen consoles down. That's first off. Second off, the deal that Microsoft made for RAM, as Cage pointed out,
Yep.
um, is not what they're selling to you, the customer, to us. That
Mm-hmm.
is for them to work on a deal so that they can keep getting RAM.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What they do with the RAM, that's on them. But when they turn around and give it to us, the customers, that's when they're going to pass along the cost.
Hmm.
And they're already not taking a loss on console sales anymore. So anything that they sell is pure profit now.
Mm-hmm.
Now, whether that's turned a profit over the lifetime of the console, that's a different story. Um, yeah, and Raichi's saying that even in Canada, it's going to be even higher with Canadian pricing.
That's going to be hard. Never thought something that expensive that isn't a car or a house. Yeah, that's the thing, though. I mean, it's insane, though. Like we're living in some times that we don't know what's. I always said this. Like this year is gonna be like the weirdest year in gaming when it comes to this, because because with the RAM crisis, though, we're seeing out there right now how things are just everything skyrocketed. It's been a weird year for all of us. It's just weird. And then all of a sudden we see Blue Point shut down. I'm like, well, shit. And then we see, Phil Spencer say, I'm out. Sarabon saying I'm out. I'm like, oh shit, like a lot of things are happening this year alone. Just this year's been weird. So at the end of the day, we don't know what's gonna happen though. We don't know what's gonna come out. I mean, if the Xbox is gonna announce the console this year, what's going to be the price? How much is it gonna be? Or because the thing is, if it's gonna be a higher up price, you have to give results. You have to. I don't want to
Yeah.
go in and buy a box and be like, oh shit, I bought this box and having the results that I have now. Because if not, then I should stay with this box. Because at the end of the day, shit, I'm getting the same results, and that's how
So
people are thinking these days.
aside from the new Magnus being able to play all
Mm-hmm.
storefronts,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
what other gimmick are they going to have? They're going to carry over backwards compatibility, and
They
they're
got Game
even
Pass gimmick, which is good. A Game Pass
yep, yep,
gimmick is really good.
they have the Game Pass,
Yep.
which hopefully it doesn't get another price increase. God
Mm-hmm.
forbid.
God forbid, at least for a while now. Please make it long.
Yep.
Please, we don't need that right now.
Then you have the forwards compatibility with cloud gaming.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you don't buy the Magnus, or you have a PC, or you have a Series console, or even an Xbox One console, you can play the newer games to at least some extent, especially if they're a Play Anywhere title.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have to look at, okay, what else can this system do? Quick resume. Hopefully that makes a return, and
hmm
hopefully they bring it to PC too,
Oh,
because
quick
that's
resume. Yeah, I think they're gonna add quick resume on there because quick resume is actually a very positive note when it comes down to Xbox. You know, that quick resume thing is a
yes.
beautiful thing.
I mean, it's just save states.
hmm hmm
So here's the thing, okay? When you have all this laid out, they have the games, they have the experiences, okay? If you're a PC only gamer, you've got plenty of other things to play. You don't care
hmm
about consoles. Sure,
Exactly.
maybe one or two here and there from either PlayStation or Xbox, or hell, even emulating Nintendo.
My Throne Vet 63 says, no need for console going forward. I'm okay with that. 64 years old. I'm tired of buying consoles.
Exactly. And that's the
I'm like that too because here's another thing that I gotta tell you something, right? And this is the truth though. I'm getting tired of space though. Like for example, I just want a console to have everything on just one box and that's it. Not worry about anything else anymore. Because seriously, like I have a PS5. The PS5 takes half of the thing, right? Because it's so big. I have an Xbox which sits there, right? I got a Nintendo Switch, which I gotta allocate because I have a home theater. I have tons of things on the table though, and I also have like all the extra consoles that I own, which I gotta find a place for them later on down the road, so it can look nice in the room. But at the
right.
end of the day, though, like shit. I mean,
So,
it's tiring of getting all these boxes all together, and the thing is, we don't have time anymore to sit down and play on all these boxes like we used to, though.
so my question is this. Okay,
What?
looking at all of this laid out ahead of
Mm-hmm.
the Magnus, okay,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to be a great machine, even if the
Yep.
price is a little expensive. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
we know that the price is the
Okay.
only thing that everybody's worried about. It's going to be a powerful device.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is what is going to differentiate it between what it is and what it can be.
What
What
do you
games
mean?
are exclusive to the console? Okay, because that means that they're talking about putting the genie back in the bottle for the Magnus and not even doing PC. They're going back to total exclusivity, which they
Uh,
can't do
but no,
because
that's what everybody wants it
it's
to be.
PC
But
hybrid.
we know that the console is going to be PC hybrid though, so of course it's going to be on PC storefronts. I mean,
Right.
that's out of the table. We gotta because listen, what I mean by exclusive is a lot of people are saying don't throw it over there on PlayStation. F PlayStation, they're done with PlayStation, all this stuff. I get
Oh,
it.
absolutely.
Absolutely, I get it because the thing is that in order for this to work, and we said this before, and I'll say this again, and I'll again say this, and I hope if Asha comes by and hears it out, and that's the truth, Asha, you got to get tough with the exclusive things, right? You got to say, hey, if you want this game, you got to give us something back because if not, we're not throwing this out over there.
Absolutely.
You gotta get tougher with that because we always thought that okay, we're gonna throw this over there, and look what happened after 3 or 4 years. What did we get? All we get was what is it?
Helldivers 2.
Helldivers 2. That's it. So
Yep.
where's the Spider-Man? Where's the Last of Us? Where's all the stuff that people are asking those questions? Because at least they're saying, okay, we bend the knee. But over there, what are you doing? Are you going to get more aggressive with them? And we see PlayStation is literally sitting there just taking its time to see when is it going to do it. So if you're going to keep on with the whole porting the games over there, you got to get tough with them and say, hey, if you don't give something back, we're not doing anything more. Get it
Absolutely.
out. You
I agree.
know? Yeah. That's what we need. We need that to happen. You need to get more aggressive with these guys.
And I think that's the biggest thing that everybody's looking at and
Mm-hmm.
complaining about is
Yeah.
Xbox is quote unquote bending the knee and giving games to PlayStation
Mm-hmm.
when their first party games aren't reciprocating.
Exactly.
And
And
we're
PlayStation's not giving that much back, and that's something that people need to see. If they see that, I mean, everybody will be happy. It will,
I
oh
mean,
shit,
they've got about what, 5 games that they're producing? I can count on one hand. They've
But
got
listen, we don't need those 5 games as of now. Give us at least throw
exactly.
Spider-Man in there, throw The Last of Us, throw those stuff out
No,
that's
no, no,
already
no.
been
I'm
out
talking
and
about
take
new
the money
games.
in. Oh,
I'm
new
talking about
games,
new
yeah. Oh,
games.
new games. But the games we
Intergalactic,
don't.
Heretic Prophet.
Yeah, they pretty
They've
much
got
are nothing
Marathon,
though.
which is everywhere. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They've got Sorrows.
That's how it rolls. Yep.
They just came out with the announcement for the God of War remake trilogy for the Greek
Mm-hmm.
saga,
Mm-hmm.
which I'm worried about. Don't even get me started on that. They just came out with Sons of Sparta, which is
Oh
an
God.
appalling
Okay.
version. And moving forward, you have to look at, hey, when is enough enough? Okay,
Exactly.
because Microsoft can afford to give all their games and let gamers game where they game.
Mm-hmm.
And if they want to go by Xbox exclusivity and saying, hey, they bent the knee, what happens when Gears of War E-Day drops and that's not on PlayStation? After they just drop Gears of War Reloaded on PlayStation.
Nothing,
They're
because I'll tell you why. Because for right then and there, because when you bring Gears of War, though, how did it do over there? It didn't even move. It didn't even tickle, my friend.
what
It
was
didn't
it,
even
500,000
tickle.
copies?
It was 500,000 copies. It didn't even tickle over there. So now they're probably reconsidering that, though. Real quick, though, shout out to the 67 people here on the show. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button, and also hit that bell. Go for it. But yeah, it didn't even tickle though. Like it didn't even tickle over there. So the question is it worth porting over there? I think they're gonna port
No,
Halo, but is it gonna be worth porting any more Halos over there though?
that's
It all
exactly my point.
depends.
But what
Hmm.
was a statement that PlayStation came out with not too long ago and said that everybody was latching on to?
What was it?
Herman Hulst
Uh oh.
said, we want to put our games on a PC because we want to entice them to buy a PlayStation for the sequels.
Hmm.
What do you think Xbox can do? Exactly the same thing. They're porting over this Halo. They're porting over. They just ported over Gears. They're
Yeah,
giving
but,
Fable.
but
But
remember one. But remember one thing. But remember one thing. That we're right now in the we're right now still in Kumbaya MS. That's the thing though.
yes, they are.
We are still in Kumbaya MS. I mean, we're still, as Asha said, the plan is the plan until it's not the plan. There's still Kumbaya MS. That's what the people said. This is the Kumbaya version. Like, okay, please,
Exactly.
here you go. Oh, so we can keep it? Yeah. Can we get something? So as we're like, can we get something back? Let me think about it. But first, let's see how this goes, and then we'll think about it. No. I mean, that's the only thing I say about Xbox. You should have been at least a bit aggressive. Say, okay, listen, you already got Doom. Okay, what are you gonna bring? It's a big title. What are you gonna bring? No, we're not gonna bring anything. Well, then you're not getting Doom. Screw you. When you're ready to send something, then we'll sit down and negotiate Doom. That's what I would have done.
Now, see, that's a thing that you have to also think at. How many of the studios were either told to port or were
Hey,
given the
Atomic.
option to port if they wanted to? Because
What was it?
they went and they asked it, do you want to port this game over to PlayStation? They said yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so they weren't told; they were given the option.
Hmm.
Do you think Pentiment was given the option? Hi-Fi Rush,
Hmm.
uh, Forza. They don't have to develop for the PlayStation; they're giving them the option to. What do
Hmm.
you think is going to change moving forward?
What do you think is gonna change moving forward? Well, what I'm seeing is I'm
Plan
seeing.
is the plan until it's not the plan.
So what I'm seeing is I'm seeing it. Here's the thing. This is what catches me from the new CEO, right? Um, she came out and she is listening. That's something that's good. She's really taking in a lot
Yeah.
of stuff. I mean, the first thing she did, one big step she did, because listen, as a CEO, that's actually one of the greatest things you can see out there is that first things first. She sat down and talked to Major Nelson. That was big. I mean,
Yeah.
literally, she just got announced CEO, and all of a sudden, Major Nelson is there, and they're having a conversation in her office, and they took a picture together. I was like, wow, this is a big step right here. That's one step. Two, um, what does she do now? She's a week in, and the first thing she did was, hey, marketing. That's the first thing she noticed. So I'm
Yep.
seeing that she's as of right now on the right track, right? She's as it seems to be she's on the right track. Now the question is what's going to happen along the way. What I'm seeing is that she's a bit aggressive, and I think she can get things done a bit more aggressively than the Kumbaya version that we have right here. And
Exactly.
we even said this in direct gaming the other day with New Legal's channel. We literally said this loud and clear. And since like right now they're a bit passive aggressive, they need to get a bit more aggressive instead of this passive aggressive thing. They need to
And
get
let's
into
not
that.
forget that marketing campaign about the Resident Evil 9 with the hands
Hmm.
coming out of the
Hmm.
building windows.
Yeah,
That's not Sony's marketing.
that's not Sony's marketing. Oh, I didn't
That's
know it
Square.
was.
or
That's
Capcom's.
who's Capcom's.
Capcom.
Not yeah.
Yes.
Let's see. Illuminati says Ashley should make Forza Fable Gears exclusive to drive more Series X sales and port on the PC and PS in 27. But here's the thing, though, Illuminati, she can, like she said, she cannot change what's happening now. So as of now, we're seeing this happening, and she's not going to change that for the very, at least at this very moment.
Out
Because
of everything that they have,
yeah.
there is contracts in place for each one of them. So if it's going, it's going.
It's going, it's
Uh,
going. Yeah, they cannot.
when,
You cannot change that. Remember when Phil? And here's the thing, though, because like I said, there's always contracts for everything, and I know Safo said that that there wasn't a contract for this, but yeah, there's always contracts for everything. Because remember one thing, when Phil bought Bethesda, when they went out there, or Microsoft or Xbox bought Bethesda, they said, yeah, we're gonna complete the contracts right here. Because at the end of the day, if they don't complete it, they could have been there could have been a fine right there. So they decided to complete with the contracts. Take for example, what was this game called? Ghostwire Tokyo. That was one,
yep,
and the other one was
Deathloop.
what was the other one?
Deathloop.
Deathloop. That was the other one, Deathloop. So those two
Yeah.
games were gonna complete the contracts. They had to be fulfilled. So that's the thing, though. They have contracts in line, so that's why probably they're not gonna change though as of now. But for the next ones, though, we have to see what's gonna happen. We have to see what Asha's gonna do. We have to see what Asha's gonna negotiate. Because, like I said, Asha wants to focus console first. She wants to focus on a lot of things that that can bring back the consumers to the console, and she wants to make the console great again. But in order to do that, you have to be a bit more, not a bit, a ton more aggressive than what we see right now. You got to bring up the spice. You got to do the marketing, which was something I've always complained about Xbox's marketing. I've always tackled that down. Their marketing is, even though people say, well, they market this game, but yeah, they're marketed as of now, but there's not enough marketing out there. They need to market more. I mean,
Yes.
I live in Dominican Republic, and I even said this. They have an exclusive deal, though, Safa, for a year. Remember, it was Deathloop and Ghostwire Tokyo that have an exclusive. They have an exclusive deal for a year, though. But where was I? I live in a country here that even people think that Game Pass is actually the Nintendo Pass. Like they think that Game Pass is Nintendo's instead of Xboxes. At least they got the name right, but they think that
The
it's a
wrong company
Nintendo
owns it.
thing. Exactly, and that's something, and that tells you right there that Xbox needs to push. And another one too that I've sat down and I've done a little bit of research. I talked to a couple Twitch streamers out there, and I even said this. I said because they were saying, yeah, I want to play a game that I saw an announcement from Game Freaks and that stuff, but I don't have enough money to buy that stuff. I said, but it's coming to Game Pass. You know what they told me? I don't know, but yeah, I have to get an Xbox for that. I said, no, Game Pass is on PC. Like, I did not know that. I'm like, just open Windows and look. It's right there. You got the Xbox app. You got Game Pass. Like, oh,
Absolutely.
so that tells you right there. That's someone that's in the States, though. That's incredible. That tells you how much Xbox needs to get the marketing out. Because there's still some people out there that don't even know that Game Pass is on PC. Can you guys believe that? I didn't believe it, but I saw it with my own two eyes. So that's the thing, though. They need to get out there. For gamers out there who just play games as a hobby and stuff like that. So for them to see this product and for them to say, okay, let me jump into it and get down with it. They need to do
Exactly.
that. Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's simple stuff, simple details that that they need to get it going so people can get more attracted to when it comes down to Xbox or its service or anything that it comes down to its games. You know?
I think Sincere's hit it right on the head. 2 exclusive deals, and then Sony wanting to make Starfield exclusive is what made Microsoft take the gloves off and be like, "Oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
let's buy
okay.
the studio."
We're gonna buy them exactly, and kind of weird now because that was that time. Like I said, they were out there being a bit aggressive, but then all of a sudden they became passive after the ABK deal because of everything that went on. They
Yes.
became passive because of that. They probably saw the numbers, so like, oh shit, there is money to be made here. Okay, let's send this over here. Let's do this because of course, money talks, my friends. But sounds like the
So,
plan didn't do so well as they thought.
uh, JCD Rico brings up a
Hmm.
good point. The whole "this is an Xbox" campaign,
Hmm.
the one that everybody says internally, everybody at Microsoft and Xbox hate Sarah Bond for putting out there. Whether it was her baby or not, we know it was Phil who
Exactly.
started it. Do you think that they say, okay, this is the reason to get an Xbox now? They
But
flip it on its head and kind of reverse it.
kind of reverse it though. But the thing is how, because here's the thing though, right? Um, they need to know what to say when it comes to this. Like I always said this. Like for example, this is an Xbox campaign. You know how it starts. It shows you this is an Xbox. But like for example, in order for it to be campaigned the proper way, it should have said, "This is an Xbox. This is where it all began, and now this is where the UI or whatever. What is it called? UI or is it? I'm not the big techie guy though. Is it the UI system? I don't know what's it called though, or iOS. I
The
think
full screen experience?
or the Xbox. The Xbox experience. This is where the Xbox experience can be found too.
Yes.
But at least it gave the console its golden ticket. Not by saying this is an Xbox, but this is an Xbox too, but this is an Xbox too, because then you get confused. Like everything is an Xbox then. But shit, show everybody this is where it all began. This is where we all expanded, and at the end ended that the best place to play is on the Xbox itself. You got to do something like that. You got to get aggressive.
That's what
Something
we're
like that.
arguing, Pickles,
Yeah.
about the whole going back to exclusivity thing, saying why would they pull it off
Yeah.
of Windows and PC? Because the next Xbox is going to be marketed and both are owned by the same parent company,
So
Microsoft.
Dolomite brings a good point too, and we know that Dolomite because that's why I'm scared to talk prices, and that's the thing though. If everyone supposedly can afford to buy and build $2,000 plus PCs, then they can afford $1,200, 1,500 consoles. I don't like to talk about price because they like to listen.
Yeah.
But it's true though. I mean, they bought the ROG Ally X for 1,000, like, and it's sold out. So basically, it's like pricing is not a scary thing these days. A
And
lot of
let's
us are
not
scared
forget,
though, but we don't want it to be expensive.
you can still get pre-builts with 4090s in them that are like $1,200,
It's 100
even
bucks.
though
Yeah.
even though the rest of the PC is dog crap. And then you can take that same PC, keep that good GPU that you bought
Yeah.
for well under
hmm
MSRP because of it
hmm
being in a pre-built, and you can just upgrade the rest of the PC, and it's
hmm
cheaper in the long run.
Yep.
So that's what people aren't understanding.
I mean, there's a lot of ways to find it though, and here's the thing though. Another thing that actually can be good if they can, because people worry about something, but I believe that next gen we probably see. The hell was that? Something blew up. Did you hear that?
Yeah,
Oh shit! Something
that
blew
sounded like it was
up.
right outside.
Are they throwing bombs over here? I mean, they're throwing bombs. I need to run
Stay
away.
safe, man. Stay safe.
I think that was a transformer because it's raining here. Sometimes transformers blow up.
Makes
Yeah, that
sense.
makes sense. Yeah, I think that was a transformer, but I don't
As long
see
as
it.
your power didn't go out.
Oh, thank God, because we have some power issues these days. The other day we had a major power outage. It was an all day power outage. So
Oof.
look at Pickles. Like, oh, they're attacking Louis. No, 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 please no. I mean, there's some. I know, no, Duck Louis. Oh shit! Sorry, chat. Here
So
comes the boom. Yeah.
BV7078, I'm going to put it this way,
Oh,
okay?
Louis.
$30 for Game Pass is expensive.
It is. It is. It's still.
If you are not using it but one or two games a month or playing the same game for months on end, it's not worth it. Okay. For somebody like me, it is worth it because I play my Game Pass. But also, aside from me playing it, my younger stepson up in his bedroom has my old Xbox One. He uses it.
Mhm.
So I get value out of it. Okay.
Mhm.
Now that's not say like Louis, he can't use the cloud gaming being where he's at,
Okay,
so
it's the
it's
cloud
not
gaming.
as worth it for him.
Exactly. That's the only thing I always go out there and say, bring cloud gaming to Dominican. We need this here. Why isn't it here yet? But on a good side, though, I see that Google is investing here in NVIDIA, so I'm pretty happy. So that tells you, Microsoft, invest. I mean, you got Google running over here in NVIDIA. Move it, Microsoft. Move it. Invest.
And make no mistake, when we
Yeah.
were all hearing about the price hikes that were coming, we were
hmm
expecting it to be no more than $5. The fact that it jumped up
Oh.
$10 was
hmm
a shock. to everybody.
Yeah, that was a shocker. And I always said this. They should have done this at the very beginning and just left it there and just leave it there.
Exactly.
So no more. At least Yeah, that was too much. That was too much of a sharp turn right there. That was too much of a sharp turn. That was
But
way
people
sharp turn.
also forget that people
That's,
who have Game Pass, not only can you still buy the games, but usually because you have a Game Pass subscription active, the games are cheaper.
mm-hmm. Yep, that's another good one too.
I
That's
mean, look
another
at
one
me. I
too.
got Starfield twice because I got it for myself for the Xbox, the premium edition,
Mm-hmm.
and then I paid for the upgrade on my Game Pass, and I gave the physical copy to the wife. She played it maybe about 5-10 minutes. It wasn't her kind of thing. She loves Skyrim, but she never went back to Starfield. Me,
Pickles
I
asks, can you play and cloud your PC too, Louis? No, 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 no. I can't. I can't. I tried it. I can't. I can't. On PC, I mean, I'll try it out, but I think I can't. I can't. I can't. I need to use a VPN, which that's blocked too, so I don't want to risk that too. Keep going. Sorry about that.
no, you're right. But again, it's a matter of what the service offers compared to what you want. If you
Mm-hmm.
want to spend full price for games, go right ahead. It's your money.
Mm-hmm.
But when somebody can get it cheaper, like PC CD keys loaded, you can get Xbox Game Pass for $20 still,
Mm-hmm.
and you can get it up to 3 months out, and you can stack
Mm-hmm.
it up to a year. I think still, pretty sure. But again, it's not the end all be all. Game Pass is only one aspect. Buying games is another aspect. It's all forms of
Mm-hmm.
revenue. Putting games on other consoles, on PC, that's all revenue.
Look at them, Lottie. I spent $30 on pizza for a night. One a day is nothing.
Exactly.
No one baited on an eye when Gabe had a what was it? No one had let me see. Oh, hold on, sorry about that. My father was calling. No
No one batted an
one
eye when GameFly had a
was
4 game plan for
planned for
$36.
$36. No one went nuts about it. Yeah, that's the thing though. Like people don't go nuts of things when it comes down to other companies, right? Like for example, when PlayStation increased its PS Plus, a lot of I saw some people be mad, but yet everybody was like, yeah, they're gonna add some extra good content on here. I'm like, bro, come on,
Now,
come
I
on.
want
I
to put
mean,
this into comparison. The last time PlayStation raised prices, what did they add to their service?
PlayStation Portal,
No,
tacos,
that's
Pizza
what you
Hut,
want.
Pizza Hut, hash
No,
browns, pancakes. I'm hungry
they
now.
the only thing they added was for the highest tier that you get Sony made movie production pictures
Mm-hmm.
on their streaming
Oh,
service.
oh yeah.
That's the only thing that they added, and it was only to the highest tier. So why did the other lower tiers get a price raise?
Don't know why though.
Exactly. Now,
Hmm.
when you look at the Xbox Game Pass price hike, they're at least adding value. Maybe it's not all the value you want because I don't use
Yeah,
Fortnite,
yeah.
and I already have all the Ubisoft games that I want from them. So
Because
I
laughing.
already have most of the Assassin's Creeds. I have all the good ones that I care about playing.
Oh god.
And then when you look at moving forward, they're talking about adding in more games per year. Okay, not all of them are going to be bangers. Nobody should expect them to be. I mean, look at some of the games that we just got in Game Pass just now. Sure,
Mm-hmm.
Cyberpunk is great, but that's an old game.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
we just got Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. That's a pretty recent game.
Kingdom
So,
Come.
yeah, I'm looking forward to playing that soon. But
Louis,
at the same time, when you look at it, okay, there is value in Game Pass.
there
Forget
is
about
some
the
out,
day
yeah.
one games. Forget about the Play Anywhere titles. Those are bonuses.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but it's what is the service offering? And not only do you get the games day one, which is amazing, and that
Mm-hmm.
as long as you can play them, as long as you have an active subscription, but then it's cheaper because all you have to do is buy the upgrade pack. Look at Starfield; it had the premium upgrade, $20.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So as long as you have an active subscription, you get the full experience of the game.
Hmm. I mean,
Illuminati
it's
added FF1 to FF3 in there. Yep, that's absolutely
I
true.
mean, they keep on adding, and that's the thing with Game Pass. I mean, they just keep on adding and adding because when it comes to games, we get a lot of value because of that. Because look, if you sit down and do the math for every month, let's say you look at these indie games that came out, let's say they're worth $15, but you have Cyberpunk. I don't know if the price is still 60 or if it dropped down. Because I haven't checked it out, but let's say it's still at 60. And you got the 15, and let's say Garby's Dollhouse, which sounds like
Let's not get into that.
you know what it sounds like, Jay. But then you look at it like, oh, it's a kid game. Okay, cool. But at the end of the day, though, let's say that's another $15, and you add them all up, at least for the first half. Like, wait, that's like $200 worth of games right there. Right there. Even though I'm not gonna play all of them, but the Cyberpunk alone is just worth the $30 I'm paying every month. Just that one alone.
Exactly.
And then you move on to the next half, and let's say they bring something else in the next half. You're like, oh shit, another big game, which is $60. You're like, okay, that's 120. You're saving 30 right here. But what the
J, JCD Rico, they are. We showed the graphic of what's coming to Game
yeah,
Pass this
we
month
show we
earlier.
show it is it's coming right there. It is
So
it
yeah,
is. Here, I'll show it again just in case, chat, because a lot of us jumped in a bit late here. I'll show it
while
again,
you
my
bring
friends, to let you know.
while you bring that up, so I
Yeah,
want to say this. You have to look at the quantity, not the
hmm
quality,
the quantity.
okay?
Yeah,
Because what has PlayStation been adding? They give you 3 games twice a month.
tacos, Taco Bell discount.
Yep,
Uh, they
but
give
they give
you
you
McDonald's.
but
No,
they
I'm
give you
just kidding.
3 games twice a month, and maybe one of those games is a recent game out of the freaking 6 of
There
them.
it is. Wait, did Power Boss leave? Did you leave the
Nope,
screen,
I'm
Power
still
Boss?
here. My
Okay,
browser flipped.
okay. There it is, Chad. Just showing you real quick what's on Game Pass in the first half of the month, and it's looking nice. He's saying it looks nice for us.
I have to
But
restart my browser. Give me 1 second.
all right, go for it. You're good. You're good.
Yep, I'll be right back.
All right, go for it. Go for it. And shout out to the 70 people here on the show. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button, and also hit that bell. Go for it. Ha ha. Man, I'm telling you. Oof.
There we go.
Game Pass
Okay.
is looking good, my friends, and that's something we got to look at. We always got to look at what they bring into the table when it comes down to the end of the day, and it's games, my friends. It's games, and that's something that we really appreciate, having on there. And
Uh,
games that, for example, you looking to buy, all of a sudden it's there. You're like, oh shoot, I was about to pull the plug on buying it for 50. Let me wait a little while longer, play the game, and then buy it for a cheaper price. Because that's what we got to do. We gotta. I always tell this to everyone.
no,
Worry about what
Judah,
you
when you
play
look at that
next. That's
graphic,
what you got to
Silk
worry
Song is
about
going to
always. Worry about what you
premium.
play next, and also protect your wallets. What I do mean protect your wallet is this is a hobby, my friends. This is a hobby. It's a fun hobby, but you can't go nuts on a hobby. If you go nuts on a hobby, you're gonna go flat broke, my friends. You can't do that. You'll
Yep.
go flat broke. You can't do that. Hey, TJ, what's up, man? Good morning. Hey, NFL 2K, hey, Project, what's up? How you doing? But
Go
yeah,
ahead and
again,
hit that like button if you haven't yet already, people.
go for it, go for it, hit it. But yeah, I mean, look, at the end of the day, though, I said it again. Sorry, Safo, you're counting, right? Have fun with your games, my friends. Have fun, enjoy. I know we like to have the corporate conversations. I know we like to have the conversations, about what's gonna happen or not. But
Yep.
look, I'm just happy we have a
Sometimes you have
service.
to bring it up.
Yes, as you gotta have to bring it up. So I'm happy we have a service, we have games, we have a ton of things to play. Man, it's fantastic. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. He says, I'm excited to play F1 soon. Who isn't? I mean, heck, F1 is such a fun game. Even though I don't get it sometimes, I hit everything on the wall, but I'll get around to it.
Yep.
Let me see. There's a lot of games out there to Microsoft a bad name, even though even that's another thing that's something that I mentioned though earlier. I think it was yesterday, the day before, that when the marketing team comes out and they hire all the they get that hiring in there, their marketing team has to go out there and not give a chance to this media to spill their guts and bad stuff about Xbox. They need to kick their asses. Seriously, go out there, kick their butts, and bring the good stuff from Xbox. Because look, Everybody wants exclusives. Okay, but what happens if they do that? You know what's going to happen? Check out the news. I imagine what Meta's going to say. Well, Xbox pulling back. That means this is the end of Xbox. Ooh, you will see that happen, my friends. I know that for a fact that's going to happen.
It's
If
already
they,
started.
it's going to happen because that's what they're saying. Though, is it going to be the end? Is it going to die? You're going to see these Xbox channels flowing up. Is this the end of Xbox and all this stuff? Shit.
Yep.
That's what they're going to do. Meta's going to do that. At the end of the day, if they go ahead and push the marketing, it's going to be good, though. There are games added to the Plus catalog as well every month, not just these 3 games as we keep with their sub. Look, listen. I've seen what PlayStation adds to their what's it called, to the PlayStation Plus, and the thing is, it just doesn't attract to me because we either had it before or I'm happy with what I have, because that's the thing though. Xbox every single time gives me something new to play. Every single time brings me something nice to play, and I'm busy over here. For me to go over there, let me subscribe to PlayStation Plus. I mean, spend this money to add it over here, and it just doesn't attract to me. But for the PlayStation fans, if you think it's fine for you guys, good for you. But for me, it's not fine. Personally, I like
BV,
I like Game Pass better.
I'm not lying because I have my PlayStation sitting right over there on my entertainment center.
He's got a
I
big
I
PlayStation,
can
big chubby one.
I've got a base PS5.
Yep.
I have all of my games. I could show you the handful of PlayStation 5 games that I got.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I know what they put onto the system. The service that you're talking about that they put on a back catalog, you still have to pay for every single one of those games. You don't just get them. You still have to pay for every single one of them.
Mm. And what happens if they decided to take it off a Plus? Uh-oh.
Which they have also been known to do, including their first
Yeah.
party, which Xbox never does.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's a specific
Unless,
title.
unless if they're done with it, they shut down the server and tell you, "Hey, we're shutting it down. Go ahead and buy it now because we got to close the server to move on up." And that's a whole different story, though.
Right. And that's
Mhm.
legalities and legal issues and licensing, and we know that.
We know that, yeah.
And we expect things like that.
Yep.
But you're also talking about, hey, you're getting maybe 10 games on PlayStation,
Mhm.
whereas you're getting more than 10 games on one drop on Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hell, I just went the other day and on PC, on Steam, I downloaded 22 games that were all free in one go. And that's not including games that I emulate, games that I download for mods, games that I have that have replay value. Like I said, I just went back and I was playing Subnautica modded. I owned that game 3 times.
Wow.
I have that on Game Pass, I have it on Steam, and I have it on my Switch.
Yep. That's how it is. Yep.
If the game is good, regardless of the platform, then the game is worth buying.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If the
Mm-hmm.
game is your type of game, the game is worth buying.
Yep.
Because I don't know what you think about Souls games, Louis.
Oh, I love
I hate them.
them. What?
The
Oh.
only game that is a Souls-like that I will even touch are the Armored Core line.
All right. All right. Okay. Okay.
And that's just the way it is. They just don't appeal to me.
I see. Okay. Interesting.
Now, that doesn't mean that I can't play them, that I'm not good at them. I probably could be. I just don't try.
You just don't try. Okay. All right.
But that doesn't mean that I can't say Elden Ring is a good game, even though I've never played it.
Mm-hmm.
I can spot a good game when I see it. Now, I can't speak beyond that about the gameplay loop, the mechanics of leveling up your character, and all that stuff, because I haven't played it. I don't know how much impact each stat has, or each gear that you have, other than that it changes up your fighting style.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me.
That is you. All right. All right.
I hate
Nice.
GTA.
I mean, I love Souls games, but you know what I really love though? TCG Simulator. That's something I'm loving right now. Those simulator games are kicking my ass. I love them.
Right
I
now, I
love
think
them.
my shop is level 50, and I have made $2 million every day.
What? You modded that shit? Come on.
Nope.
No, no, you modded that shit. No way.
Nope.
I mean, I'm struggling over here to make at least to make. I'm at 40 grand now, but I'm kicking ass. I'm getting those cards. I got that ATM. To get my legendary cards out instead of the TCG. Hey,
I think
hey.
I'm in day 300.
Mm, day 300. Wow, I'm day
I'd
what
have
am
to look.
I don't know what day I'm at though, but I'm day 60 something. But man, it's been a blast. That game is so much fun, so much fun. I opened up I found out how to open up the back side of the store. Now I have all the tables in there for people to. I still cannot host the tournament. I don't know what the heck is going on. I have to look for how to host it. But it's such a fun game, man. It's such a fun game.
I know they just had an update recently too. I got to go back and play some more.
Ah, ah. Pickles, $2 million a day. That's a big store though. Catch your gamers buy 1 to 3 games per year, and
I
that's the
am
majority.
missing.
Yep, that is true.
I'm
Yep.
missing 3 upgrades from my store expansion.
Three
3.
upgrades. Oh wow. Oh wow. I mean, I'm totally tearing it up in that game. I'm having so much fun, man. It's like Resident Evil came out, and I was like, should I go to Resident Evil? Should I jump to Resident Evil? Should I let go of TCG? Should I not? Man, TCG just keeps on pulling back in, pulling back in. I'm just having fun. I'm having fun.
I've been
I'm
lately
fun.
just watching a bunch of podcasts like this and being on and having like idle games running in the background mostly
Let's
lately.
see. Golden says, I saw FF3 in Game Pass last night and installed it. I like old school. Yeah, there you go. There you go. There you go. Now we need Final Fantasy 6.
He knows Tarnish. He's just messing with me about talking about TCG Simulator.
But chat, listen up. Guess what? The crazy ones gotta go. Chat, I gotta, head out. I got a couple errands I gotta do. I gotta go to the bank
Yep.
because someone cloned my credit card and they've been doing Uber Eats on my credit card. I'm pretty pissed off. So I gotta go to the bank, and cancel the card and sit there and talk to them about a couple things. And after that, you know, let's see if I go to my, finally
Damn it, Louis!
visit.
Now you got me wanting to hop on TCG after we finish the show.
Go hop on TCG, damn it. It's a good game. But chat, like always, before we go, tell us what you've all been playing, my friends. What you've all been playing. What you've all been playing.
Oh, modded Minecraft packs that are
Mod,
actually harder than Dark Souls.
you're playing modded Minecraft. Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
I'm
Modded
talking
Minecraft.
packs that are so large that it makes it harder than harder than Dark Souls games.
Really? Uh
Yep.
oh. Uh oh. There's nothing harder than when I see those guys, complete the Super Mario levels that have like
Mario
the
Maker.
fire, like I don't know, I think it's Mario Maker that they have the fireballs and everything. You see those guys, like I'm like, how the hell do you do this shit? I mean, I would have been pissed off. I probably completed it, but I would have been pissed though. We're like, hell with this damn thing. Oh my god,
As a matter of fact, I think I spent about 6 hours
Star Wars.
yesterday
Mm-hmm.
modding my
26, nice.
Subnautica
Call of Duty,
and playing
nice.
through, and literally went through and completed the entirety of the story in 6 hours for Subnautica 1,
Wow, that's cool.
including the
Wow.
modded content. Including the modded content.
Hmm. That's crazy. That's
Oh no, I
crazy.
might spend today doing the same thing for Below Zero.
Yeah, Subnautica is a really fun game. It's a survival. You got to think to do things. You got to build a bigger base. Get more gear. Like for
When we
example, to move around faster. It's really fun. I love Subnautica. Imagine modding Dave the Diver, Louis. Oh no, I don't want to. Dave the Diver is too perfect to mod, my friend. It's just too perfect.
Hey, when Subnautica 2 comes out, you want to play it on stream?
I will play it on. I love Subnautica.
It's co-op.
It's gonna be co-op. Yes, it's gonna be
Four players.
fantastic. Yes,
And it's going to
yes.
be on Game Pass of all things.
Oh, another one that's coming to Game Pass. Uh-oh. I'm gonna like
Later
that.
this year.
Hmm.
It's the early access program.
Oh, hope so. Hope so. Hope so. So
And if
Power
you buy it on
Boss.
Steam, then
But
you
yeah.
also get the game cheaper than when the game releases at launch.
Oh wow, that's nice. Donnie B says Ninja getting black. Wow. Let's see. Power Boss, tell everybody where they can find you, sir.
I am everywhere. You'll find me right here whenever I decide to show up, when I can wake up in the morning,
Wake
whenever
up.
I'm on Demo Flow every Friday.
Yep.
I'm not a morning person. You should know this, Louis.
I know. I know. I am a morning person. That's why I wake up early in the morning and say, "Hey."
You find me on most of the Xbox channels on Point for Gamers. You can find me on Ray Ray's channel. You can find me on all the Salt Miners channels. Oh no, it's Alex. You know, Boomstick, you'll see me on occasion. And you know
Nice.
what? I spread the love. I even go to some pony channels.
Ah, just to make him mad though.
Nope, 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 nope.
Oh, God, oh, God, oh, God.
But
That's funny stuff.
I'm everywhere, and you can always find me on Discord. Don't Yeah, you can find me in just about everybody's Discord. Just ping me, and I'll respond. I'm
Nice.
everywhere.
Nice, nice, nice. And thank you, man. Thank you for being on here, man. It was a good, good stop by right here, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Are you
Good
surprised that I showed
talks.
up?
Yeah, good conversations. Have fun, man. Have fun. And chats, thank you all for hanging out with us today. Thank you all for super chats. Thank you guys for memberships. You guys rock. You guys are awesome. I love you guys to death. Seriously, you guys are the best. No joke out there. You guys bring the spices in here and we have a fun, love conversation like we always do, man. Thank you guys. Thank you
And if
guys.
there's more news, you'll be sure we'll cover it.
Yes, sir. Tomorrow we'll be back. We'll be back.
Don't
So
forget.
chats. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and also hit that bell so I can tell you when XBI content comes on. And guys, have a beautiful, and I do mean a beautiful and awesome Tuesday. And as always, I will see you guys on the Xbox International Podcast at 7 p.m. ET with Salvo, the Big Plume, and Silent Cypher if we do come back on Wednesday, sir. Last but not least, oh wait, that's not it. Wait, Fridays, if they vibe if they don't, XP en Español with Elvis Elencita and Metal Berserker. And last but not least, good morning with Crazy Little Gaming when I send the signal out over there on Twitter X, Blue Sky, Discord, and YouTube. And that's why you gotta hit that bell so you can know when the crazy one comes on to talk about what's happening in the gaming news world. Have a beautiful day, my friends, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning
Hey,
on Good
Louis,
Morning with Crazy Little Gaming. What's up? What are you gonna say?
tell
Hey, Louis.
Silent Cypher that Alex is missing him.
I'll tell him that. All right.
Take care, everybody.
All right. Take care, guys. Have a good one.